Okay, welcome to the live stream, folks. Today we're going to go through 5 bundles of $500 bills. What's going on, Krusty? Dude, it's 7:30 on my clock. 7:30 here, not 7:31, but it's 7:30 here. I think I'm in the same time zone you are. How's it going, Bino? Thank you guys for joining us. We got 2 of you here so far. Maybe we'll get some more later on. And we're going through $500 in fives. No, I did not see an email. Let me look at it up. Let me look it up real quick. We're going to go through $500 in ones. Well, actually, make that $1,000. 500 here and 500 here. We got 1,000 ones to go through. Starting off with the fives first. Yeah, I think it's full of crap, Bino. It's freaking, it is absolutely, absolutely 7:30. Well, it's 7:31, but let me check if you actually sent me an email. If not, you're in trouble. No. Okay, I did get an email, and it's kind of creepy, let's be honest. It's very creepy, actually. Quite strange. Very creepy email. I appreciate that. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We have 1,500 bills to go through. And we're going to start off with the fives first. We're looking for anything cool like fancy serial numbers, birthday notes, printing errors, star notes, older bills, web notes, pretty much anything that's worth pulling out of the bundle. I said the fives are first, and just so you know, I did not tamper with these. I got them as is, and you'll understand why I'm saying that now. When I got these bills yesterday, I was making sure they're all bundled up in rubber bands and everything, and all nice and pretty. And well, let's just say it started off with a really good start. And I said, everybody's gonna say I faked this, but I sort of not fake this. But the hunt's gonna start off on a really good note. In fact, I think it's the find of the year, if not the last, possibly last year. This might even be better than anything I found last year. It's pretty darn good to find, and it's the first bill we're gonna hunt. It's right here. But we'll start off on a high note and hope we can at least match this. Here's our first bundle. Let me get the stuff out of the way. All right, so we have 15 bundles. This is bundle number 1, and I did not fake this, I swear. This is how I found the bundle. I just left it as is because why not? There's our first find. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. Make sure our bills are nice and focusable. But this was the first bill I saw when I strapped these up. If I get a focus going here we go. All right. This is our first bundle, and this is our first find. Do y'all know what this is? And no, I did not fake this, I swear. This is how I got it. What is this? What is this bill? Correct, Krusty. A true binary. This is how we're starting the hunt. I got 2 bundles of fives from one bank, and then 3, as you can see, from another bank that are strapped. This was the first one I saw when I was getting them ready for the stream yesterday. And man, I've only found 1 true binary before in my life. This is the second one. That is one hell of a find. I would say it's also in pretty good shape too, pretty crisp. Value of between $50 to $100, probably closer to 75 with it being a 5. They tend to sell for a little bit more. I left it as is. That's our start for the day, and that's the find of the hunt so far. That's going to be really tough to beat, honestly. It's going to be tough to beat. But there we go, 1 find on the board, and that's going to be really, really hard to top. Now we'll get to going here. We'll keep on going. How's it going, Richard? Thanks for joining us. Y'all hit that like button on the stream. get some more folks in here to have some fun with us tonight. If y'all have any questions about coins, currency, whatever, arrowheads, stupid stuff, let me know. I might be an expert on stupid stuff. I go through these. Try to be done within 2 hours if we can. I know we usually get distracted and goof around for a while, but that's what we're going to go for. 2-hour stream if we can. As many likes as we can. We had last stream was actually the best one of the year. Got quite a few viewers in the last one. We had almost 20 viewers at once, which is a record for this stream. If I missed something, let me know. I very well could miss something. That's almost cool. That's close. I'm looking for anything that's fancy. And as far as how you stop being sick, I don't know, man. That picture you sent made me sick a little bit. That's a little bit faded, but not too bad. A little smeared on that serial number there. I don't think I'll keep that, though. That's not quite enough. Focus is working pretty well tonight. I'm happy with this. But we'll do 1,500 bills, and we'll do another stream tomorrow night. Yeah, Bonnie, you probably got the same pick. It's quite disturbing. There we go. That was pretty quick, actually. Our first star note. Let's look it up real quick. 2017 A series. Let me get my keyboard back. Let's see what it is here. $3.2 million print run. So common star note, but still a star note. Remember, they don't make these anymore. That's a good find to start off with. After that, true binary. We'll do a recap every, what do you say, every 3 bundles, every 5 bundles? What do y'all say? Probably every 5 bundles. Depends on how much we find, actually, I guess. Just depends. Have y'all had a good week? Or month, I should say. It's been almost a month since we did a stream, about 3 weeks. Got my currency early this month, so able to do it a little bit earlier than usual. But our goal is to beat a true binary. That is our goal. It's possible. Although not likely, but it's possible. I've had some outstanding finds over the years, so you never know. Another one of those smeared. Looks like the same run as the last one. Not quite enough, though. All right. We only have 5 bundles of 5s this time, so I usually have 10. All right. So, Krusty, have you been sick? What have you been sick with? Now, so far the stream is a success. There's no way to complain at this point. That first bill that's just too good. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't think we'll beat it, but we're going to try. That's a tough one to beat. That's a good find. That's the best one all year for sure. If not, honestly, for the past 6 months at least. I've only found one true binary before. And of course, it was way better than that one, but it was a radar. I bought one from a bank. There we go. 6 of a kind 3s. That's a keeper. That's our first fancy. And sorry, you got COVID, Krusty. That sucks. So 6 of a kind 3s, our first fancy serial number. Well, second fancy, technically second fancy serial number. Pretty good one too. That first bundle was freaking awesome, actually. Let's be honest. That was a good first bundle. Really good first bundle. In fact, that may be the best bundle I've had in a long time. with fives anyway. Okay, so we've got one bundle down. Should we do a recap every 3 bundles, every 5 bundles? What do you say? Every 3, 5 bundles. I guess it depends on how many viewers we get. Next bundle coming up, bundle number 2. We'll do a stream tonight and one more tomorrow night. I've got a total of 3,000 bills. We're doing half tonight and half tomorrow. So, dude, how'd you get COVID? Did you get it from going down from work or something? You didn't have any idea where you got it? Just bad luck? That's really unfortunate. For me, that's possible. I hunted all these disgusting bills. There's probably COVID on this one right here by itself. And who knows what else, honestly. And let's be honest, let's be realistic. I mean, if you're handling currency, you gotta wash your hands afterwards. Especially the ones. You know what I'm talking about, right? They're dirty, but man, those ones get used a lot more. All right. We'll do a recap every 5 bundles. So we'll do a recap after the 5s, but that'll be perfect because that'll be all the 5s we've got. If I missed something, let me know. It's very possible I don't pay attention. I get distracted by the chat. Who knows? If I find an older date note, I will just set it to the side and check it later. I won't want to spend time on that. Unless it's something that might be really, really good. So far, 3 finds. Nothing in this bundle so far. But we're just getting started. I think our best stream last month was the second one. And the worst one was the third one, even though I got the most views. So hit that like button, share the stream, raid me, whatever you want to do, man. I don't care. We're going through 1,500 bills. All right. It's almost a repeater. A few more bills. 4 of a kind 7s. I don't keep those, but a lot of people do. They're considered a lucky note, a lucky number. Y'all know I recently gave away a birthday note back on January 28th. That was a lot of fun. How's it going, Glass? Your name is Will, right? I think if I remember correctly, your name is Will. Well, thanks for joining us, man. Glass, yes, we have found a really good bill so far. Actually, a couple pretty good bills, honestly. The first bill on this hunt was unreal. I'll do a recap of that after I go through these 5 bundles real quick. Well, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a couple months. Didn't see you last month. Kind of hoping you show up, but it's all right. We did a good stream, but we've already had better find this stream than we did last month. I'll be honest. Probably all last year. That's a good finds last year, but I don't think I have anything that good. That's a potential $100 note. I mean, $50 to $100 note. So I'll show it later, though. I promise. We'll do a recap after the 5 bundles are done. We're on number 2 right now. Yeah, I just started doing streams recently, Will. 0s, 8s, and 9s. That's actually not a bad note. It's a trinary, but a lot of people call these flippers. I don't, because the 8s are not symmetrical, but they're really close. That's actually not a bad note. That's a good trinary. A lot of people call them flippers, but, because they're kind of readable upside down. They technically are, but it's a keeper. That's a keeper. So 1 trinary out of the second bundle. Yeah, I didn't start doing streams until last couple months ago, I guess. Had some guys want me to do them, so I did one, and it went pretty well. They're honestly a lot easier than doing recorded videos because those take me forever. Because I'll spend several nights just doing one currency video. So I usually get several $1,000s, like usually $7,000 or more. I usually try to get at least 5,000 bills a month, 5 to 6,000. This month I've only got 3. So streaming is actually easier for me. And honestly more fun because you guys hang out with me. If it wasn't for you guys, this would not be worth it, honestly. Have at least a few people come and keep me company for a couple hours. Bundle number 2. I'm going to keep you all in suspense as to what we found so far. We actually have an epic bill to start the search. All right, bundle number 3. There's our focus back. Here we go. It's kind of like a bookends. No, that's pretty cool. It's almost a radar note, though. Well, really close. And those last 2 has been swapped, you'd have a really good find. Not quite a radar, but close. So they would call those a bookends note because the middle numbers are a radar, but it's not a bad find. I mean, somebody might buy it for a few bucks over face. Maybe. It's got a cool pattern. Yeah, the last ones are swapped. I found lots of those before, and I don't usually keep them. I'll keep them if the middle 4 numbers are the same on a bookends note, or the middle 2 numbers. If it's a 3-digit bookends, I'll keep those. But they got to be the same for me. 4, 3, 2, 1, but that's where it stops. If that had been a 0 there, I'd probably keep that. Ladders, even 5 digits are often worth keeping. That's kind of like a hybrid too, if you think about it. Like half a descending ladder, half super repeater on this side. What do you think? Should I keep that? I mean, doesn't have much eye appeal though. That's the thing. It's kind of cool. I'll pass on it for now. I agree. I'm not going to keep it. Back in the pile it goes. Although some people would put that on eBay as a hybrid note. I won't do that. I got to cut off, make a change somewhere, or draw that line somewhere. Well, it's not a bad bill. Honestly, if that's something you found you like it, just go ahead. I mean, there's nothing wrong with keeping that bill. It's not going to be super valuable though, because it's almost a radar, but it's not, if you know what I mean. It's really close. But you can call it a bookends note. It's kind of like, because the middle numbers are a radar. The middle 4 numbers do go backwards and forwards the same way. So it's kind of a cool note. I did not face all these out. I didn't even touch them. So we may have some that are not exactly, faced like I had them last month, at least most of the time. It's pretty bad, actually. Let me go through and swap some of these up. See where they stop at. Okay. A little better. See if I can face them. I didn't touch them because of that one bill was on top. I just left them. That's okay. We can still out pretty quickly with them. There we go. A little bit better. All right, back on track. These are the strapped ones. They're usually not faced when I get them from that bank. I just didn't want to touch anything because it was too good to tamper with. Yeah. Well, how'd you get? Did you? I think I saw that. I think I saw a video about that on your channel. I think, didn't you? Did you buy? You bought it? Did you get it for Christmas? Right? I think you told me you got it for Christmas. It's a pretty cool coin. That's an old coin. It's almost 200 years old already. You realize that? Almost 200 years old. All right, let's keep on going here. In 12 years, it'll be 200 years old. Let's keep it going here. Making some progress. That's because you don't look crusty. You don't look hard enough. There's a 5-digit serial number. Not low enough to keep, but some people sell them. If it was a star note, it'd be definitely a good find. Okay. Upside down bill. That's right. In 12 years, it'll be 200 years old. My oldest coin ever found was an 1856 Seat of Liberty $50. Not as old as that coin, though. Not quite. Although from the same design. Any more of these upside down? There's a couple more. All right. What's that coin worth now? Will, did you look it up? That's got to be pretty valuable. Did you look it up on Price Guide or Redbook or anything? See what it's worth? It's a pretty cool find. A good buy. Okay, bundle number 3 is about done here. Almost a birthday. Some people call that a birthday. Some people call that, like, you know, February 6th, 1986. I do not do that. Okay. I'll try Krusty. All right. Okay, bundle number 3 is done. Wow, that's pretty good, though. That's an old shield nickel. That's an oldie. The second oldest coin I ever found was an 1883 V nickel. Found that in I think it was in a bag, either a bag or a box. I can't remember. First year's V nickel. All right, bundle number 4. Well, this bundle was not good. Well, these are ones I found. Finding old nickels is not that hard, actually. Not too hard to find old nickels because the thing is, old nickels they're not silver. So the machines don't typically detect that they're older nickels while they're in the, you know, either in the sorting machines or in the rollers. So they typically get left in there. That's why you can find V nickels and buffalo nickels so much in your hunts, because they're indistinguishable from other nickels. Just like kind of like Indian head pennies are indistinguishable from other pennies in the machines because they just can't tell the difference. The weight's the same. All right. So this bundle's going to be. That's an older date. That's a little bit too old. I won't mess with that one. June 4th, 1097. And you've been buying a bunch of like are you buying silver quarters, Will, or are you buying other stuff? Hey, Shannon, I saw your short bill hunt video. That one bill you looked through yesterday, the Taco Bell bill. Was that the one you're talking about? How much you go through? Oh, Shannon, you missed out, man. You missed the best find so far, but I'll show it to y'all later. We'll do a recap here pretty soon. Let me pick these up and see if I can get these faced a little better real fast. They are kind of mixed matched here. Should have done this earlier, but I was lazy. Not too bad, though. They're not that bad. There we go. I'll do a few, then let me just face them real fast. It'll make the process a lot quicker. It wasn't as prepared this time. I really didn't have much time today. Here we go. Okay, cool. Done. Back to the search. Look, that's fast to do. $100 bill. You did like 100 ones. You find anything, Shannon? Oh well, I'll just welcoming Shannon to the stream. You didn't miss much. That's kind of a cool note. 70363607. This is like the one you found, Will, kind of, sort of. Almost, but not quite a radar. Not quite. No good finds. Oh well. I'm going to show you what we found here. I'm going to do this bundle here, and I'll do one more after that. We'll do a recap. You're going to want to see this, Shannon. The very first bill that I saw on the top of the fives, like the first bill I saw altogether, was an epic one. I left it on top. It was a first find on the stream. We'll do a recap here soon. Congrats on that double die, Shannon. That was pretty cool. The cuff doubler, I like to call them. Okay. I want to just check these, make sure they're all faced as I go. Well, it's a fancy serial number. That's almost cool. If that 4 had been a 0, I'd keep that. That'd be kind of nice. Almost a birthday note. 1998, 2626. I have a birthday. Let me find that birthday. I've got sticking up here somewhere. I'm supposed to be looking for August 28th, 2011, right? Will, is that your birthday? August 28th? Maybe we'll find it. Well, is it August 28th? I wrote it down. I think that's what I've got written down over here. It's the right age for you. So I think it's your birthday. I did write it down. I didn't find it anywhere though. Yeah, I have it written down. I haven't found it though yet. Or I didn't see it in my collection either. I actually spent time looking for it one day. But it's all right. All right. We'll get this bundle done. We'll go through to do another one. Like I said, this first bill was awesome. I'm just telling you, it was really good. I've only found one of these before ever. That's how scarce they are. I've gone through a lot of bills. I have to find something else. These fives have gotten slow on me. Got spoiled and they just quit giving stuff up. All right. Old bills. I never found any silver certificates, but I found bills from like the 60s, early to mid 60s sometimes. Like bar notes, and occasionally other stuff like that, but nothing super old. I never found a silver certificate in circulation. The bankers always pull those out when they find them. All right, that's bundle number 4. We'll do one more. We'll do a recap. We've only had 4 finds so far anyway. Not a lot, but not bad. 1985. That's honestly younger than I am, Will. But it's old enough. It's pretty cool. 85 series is actually pretty tough. I've only found a couple of those ever. Well, sorry, 83 series are really tough. 85 is a little bit harder, a little easier to find. But still not bad. That might be older than your dad, honestly. Your parents. All right. Last bundle of 5s. And if I'm too loud, Krusty, let me know. Sorry if I'm too loud. I know you're sick. I got to go through these and face them out too, looks like. That real quick. Luckily, I'm pretty fast at this. I say that and I get slow. All right. These are all pretty messed up, actually. All righty. Do a few. We'll start and do some more here in a minute. I'll get them, some of them straight, and I'll just hunt them. All right, focus. Here we go. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, honestly, it depends on you. There we go. It depends on if you want it. You can look on eBay and see what they're selling for. There's our second star note. Yeah, Shan, you got a good point. Older bills like that, I mean, if they're like $10 bills and lower, absolutely. Hundreds and fifties are pretty expensive. It depends on what your budget is. I mean, Will, do you think it's worth keeping for you? Because at your age, $50 is a lot of money at your age. Let's be honest. You can buy a silver coin with that. You can buy something you like better. But I mean, it's up to you. If you think if that's oldest you've got, you can always wait until you get something older. 1.28 million on this one. Not bad. A little bit better of a print run, but it's still considered common. It's over $1 million. Yeah, look at that. Two in a row. 2 star notes in a row. Check this one out too. That's unusual. We're getting back on pace here. $3.2 million on that one. Back to a common run. All right. That wasn't bad. 2 star notes in a row. We'll have more. I got a lot more bills to sort out here before we're done this bundle. So we got 3 $5 star notes, all fairly common runs. I'm kind of watching the chat, so if I miss a cool bill, let me know. Okay, let me get these other ones sorted out. Actually, they're kind of sorted out already. They're not looking better. Okay, this is better. I think we're good. All right. Not bad. All right, that's better. Welcome, folks. Welcome to the stream. We're going through a bunch of 5s and a bunch of 1s tonight. We're almost done with the 5s. If you're here joining us, hit that like button. Get that stream out to more people. More friends means more fun, right? We're going through 1,500 bills in this stream. And we're doing 500 5s and 1,000 1s after we're done with the 5s. We're almost done with the 5s. When we get done with these 5s, I'll do a recap. And I'll show you the finds we had so far. We actually had some really good, at least one really good one. With some decent finds so far. Remember, if I missed something, pay attention. If I'm not paying attention, let me know. There is another star note. That is our 4th star note of this hunt so far. That one's got a better chance of being scarce, but I don't think it is, but we'll find out. $640,000. My intuition paid off. Of course, not that I've entered a million of these over the past. Make sure I got the serial number right. Yes, I did. 640,000 per run. So that's a considerably low serial number. So, Will, what kind of display case is it? Is it like a table? Is it like a frame? What kind of case is it? Sounds pretty cool. I built one when I was a kid, but I never finished it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's pretty cool, man. Those are always fun. You can put your prized possessions in there, show them off to your family members and friends. Yeah, man, I'd be looking for airheads every day with your dad around, man, on construction sites. I'm sure you're not really allowed there all the time because of safety hazards, but I'd be over there all the time. Mother detecting, airhead hunting. Find some cool stuff on construction sites. As long as you're allowed to look there, of course. All right. I'm going to wrap up the fives here in a minute. And guys, I'm going to show you something pretty cool here in a minute. All right. Absolutely, man. There's no telling what's on that place. The problem with metal detecting old houses like that, you're going to get a lot of junk, a lot of nails and pieces of metal that, can't, just old stuff that's been sitting there for 100 years. That's almost a radar. Almost. See how the 4 digits in the middle go back and forth? Close. All right. Wrapping up the fives. Fives are complete. And we'll call them good for now. Now we'll do a recap of the first 5 bundles so far. Well, that's cool. All right, so far, here are our finds. We've got 2 $5 star notes with 3.2 million print runs. So common runs there. We have 1 star note with a 1.28 million print run. Not bad. Still common though. We've got 1 just found with a 640,000 print run. That's our best star note so far. Now, as far as fancies, we've got 3 fancy serial numbers. And Will and Shannon, you guys are going to freak out when you see this last one. We have a trinary with 0s, 9s, and 8s. Good eye appeal because it's kind of like a flipper, but I don't count it, but some people do. But it's got good eye appeal. Yeah, Shannon, I keep all star notes if they're $10 or lower. 20s, they got to be lower runs, like at least 640,000. I'll keep all 5s. I used to not really pay that much attention to them, but I think I've always kept 5s actually. I keep 5s and 1s, and I started keeping 10s recently too. So they're not making them anymore. I might as well keep them. But 1 trinary with 0s, 8s, and 9s. We've got 6 of a kind 3s. That's pretty tough to find. That's a good find there. And guys, prepare yourself for the next one. Sam, welcome to the chat, man. All right, Sam, you're here just in time for the reveal of the best find so far. We've got behind this bill is the best find I probably had in a year, maybe longer. All right, Shannon, Sam, Will, you guys weren't here for this, but I'm going to show you what was on this next bill was on the top of the first bundle when I got it from the bank. I left it there. I swore I did not plan it, I swear. Okay, guys, here's our best find for the hunt so far. A true binary. Almost a radar, too. So close. Had that 1 here in the middle been a 0, that would have been a true binary radar note, which would have been way better, but I'll take this. I've only found 1 of these ever. I've been through hundreds of thousands of bills. I've only found 1 true binary ever, and it was this one here. The super radar. That's the only other true binary I've ever found was this one, and now this one on a 5. So this one is sweet. I mean, I looked this up, and they're like $50 to $100 a piece on eBay. With it being a 5, it's going to be worth more than a 1. Typically around 75. I'll be saying around $75. I'm looking to find a $30 bill when I hunt, but this was good, and it's in good shape too. Pretty darn good shape. Pretty crisp. So it's I don't think I'll get it graded. I don't think it's that good. It's got a little bit of circulation on it, but not too bad. It's probably AU. High AU probably. It's pretty good shape. But that is our find of the hunt so far. We've still got 1,000 bills to go through. We're just getting started. Like I said, this is on the top of the bundle when I got it. I was like, seriously. I was freaking out, dude. I was like, whatever. I'm going to take it, man. I'm going to take it. So we've got, let's see here. 1, 2. All right. Okay, so we've got, now we'll start the ones next. Yeah, it's good enough. I'm not going to grade it. If it was like a radar, that would be tempting. But it had to be radar first. It need to be like at least a 63, 64 for me to grade it. It's not going to be, it'll be like 80 something probably, which is still pretty good. But I'll take it. No complaints here. No complaints. These next bills are from my second bank I got bills from yesterday. We got ones now. Folks, hit that like button on the stream if you haven't yet. Doing well so far. I think that bill, that binary, is probably the best bill I found. I don't think I found one that good last year. I might have. I had some good finds last year, so I might have had a good find like that, but I can't remember. I remember I had that star note that was a 3-digit serial number. I did have that. That was pretty good. It's probably about the same value, honestly. Probably pretty close. It was also a binary. It was serial number 505 with a star. I think it was my best find last year. That was pretty good too. Anyway, we're starting the ones here. First bundle of ones. As a reminder, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button real quick. We'll get the stream to more people. Looks like these are pretty well faced for the most part. Yeah, they're good. All right. First bundle of ones coming up. We'll see what we get here. We're doing really well so far, so I'm not going to complain. That was only like 5 bundles of 5s too. That one bank only gave me 2 bundles of 5s, and I got 3 from another bank. So that was, I'll be getting something like that are pretty slim, but it's bound to happen. I go through a lot of bills, so the more you go through, the more chances you get. There's 5 8s. Some people keep that. It's honestly tempting because that's a lucky number, but I like them if they're in a row. I'll keep them. They call those crazy 8s. If I miss something, let me know. I know I say this all the time, but I have missed stuff. I'll look at the chat and get distracted and fantasizing about finding a single-digit serial number, and then I'll forget all about what I'm doing. Well, we'll see what happens. Hey, and Shannon, I went through 5 boxes of halves so far. This, I think it was last month I finished them up. Not one silver coin in 5 boxes. But I've gotten used to it. Shannon, did you watch my $50 videos? I found some pretty cool varieties. Especially the last video. I found like, I think it was 7 double dice in the last video. Over 2 boxes. This is almost a repeater. 6528, 6534. Just 6 bills before this. Got close. And I went through 5 boxes. The first box was okay. But I found some pretty good varieties. Yeah, Will, you know what you need to do, Will? Here's what you need to do. If you go in there, if you go in that foundation on that crawl space, get you one of those handheld meta detectors, like the pinpointers. Go in there, and when you go under there, use your those handheld wands and go through, just search it like that. There is no telling what's under there. Nice. Well, actually, Shannon, I may not like it because I got you those boxes. I might get mad. No, I won't get mad. I want you to find something good. That's why I get those boxes for you. I want you to find something good. It's all a matter of chance. I got on my boxes right before Christmas was over. I was kind of hoping for some Christmas silver, but it didn't work out. Maybe now that silver's kind of gone down a little bit, people won't be freaking out so much about it. We can start finding some again, maybe if we're lucky. I hope anyway. I don't prioritize silver when I hunt for $50. I look for other stuff as much, if not more. But silver's nice to find, let's be honest. If you can't find silver, learn how to use a microscope. That's how I've been preaching this for years. If you can't Nowadays silver has gotten really hard to find. If you're not going to find it, then learn to find the double dies and the error coins. Because honestly, they're often more valuable than silver. And they're, in my opinion, cooler. Unless you find something really old, like a really old silver coin. Like a Seed of Liberty or something like that. But you can find some really good varieties out there that are pretty valuable. Yeah. Yeah, well, you'll eventually find something down in your area down there. There's all kinds of campsites down there. I've seen videos from guys that look down there. There's some good stuff down there. You can walk the ditches and stuff, look in creek bottoms and gravel beds. It's not quite as rocky as it is up here, so they actually last. They stay in better shape longer down there. You got more dirt and mud to kind of save them from getting all beat up. I've seen some amazing stuff come down there from Mississippi. But you'll find some good stuff. You got some good coins. You got some decent bills you'll find you can put in there. You'll find something good. Oh, yeah. Does your grandfather still have his collection? Well, if he does, he might have some good stuff. Man, some really good stuff down there, man. There's some old points down there. I know that for sure. So far, the ones are a bust. There we go. Hybrid note 66334664. Hybrid between a binary and a radar. Low end fancy, but I'll take it. That's our first fancy for the ones. Replace it real quick. Oh, man. You might want to. You can ask them where he got them from, and then they go say, "Hey, can I look down that field with you one of these days?" Have them take it down there. You might find something just like there's going to be a creek or a river nearby. There has to be, or a spring or something. That's an older date. March 15th, 1066. The Ides of March. Could it be? I'll check it later. And 24. Nope, not it. Nothing on that one. I'll check that bill later. He probably has boxes of them, or cigar boxes or whatever, full of those bills, or not bills, but arrowheads. My mind is in two different places right now. All right, so put these here. Bundle number 2. Here we go. But honestly, well, arrowheads are obviously they're older than coins, but I think they're actually cooler for the most part. Not always. Because there's a lot more history behind those than there are coins. Oh, if only that was a 2013. Shannon, I'm crying. It's a 2021 B series star note in the right range, but in the wrong series. It's probably going to be a common run. I'm pretty sure those are all common. I haven't found a 2013 in a while. But they're still out there. I know they are. I think it's going to be 3.2 million. 3.2 million. Yep. So we got one common star note. And let's keep going. It's close. Just a couple series off. We're not done. We may find one. It's been a while since I found one. I like to find one eventually. There's a day when it used to be the days back. I used to find 5 in a hunt sometimes, 3 to 5 in a hunt. Those days I think are over. It will, honestly, down where you're at, if you look near a creek, a flat area near a creek, especially a little bit higher elevation flat area where it's out of the floodplain, where it's not, the dirt's not all washing in constantly, you'll probably find something in there. or in the creek gravel itself. Look in the gravel, especially where there's not a lot of natural stone. All that gravel will come from campsites, from the bank line where they camped, many years ago. So there'll be stuff in there. You just got to find it. It's a matter of patience, a little bit of know-how too. Kind of know what to look for and everything. I'm pretty sure there's stuff over there, Will. You just got to find it. It may be deeper than usual. It might be deep, but it's there. I'd be surprised if there aren't any streams. If there's streams, there's going to be stuff there. And that's typically the rule. 0s, 4s, and 9s trinary. Low end, but it's in good shape. Keep that. It's in okay shape anyway. Keep going. I think you'll find something, well. If you look hard enough, you'll find something. If you know what to look for any flint washed out of the bank line, anything, any exposed earth. If it's kind of lighter colored, sometimes that's a good sign. If it's really dark, it's also a good sign sometimes. Depends. Typically, lighter dirt's the best stuff, in my area anyway. And it's occupied. There's one of those FA series notes with a lighter serial number on the right, but this is not quite fade enough. It's got enough to it. I won't keep that. Hey, Brad, welcome to the stream, man. That'd be pretty sweet. Brad, I think your standards are too low, man. We need to find an off-center solid star note with a filled star. How about that? But yeah, you missed. We have one really good note. We'll do a recap here in about 3 more bundles after this, and we'll do one every 5 bundles. Y'all hit that like on the stream. Let's get a stream more people, get more fans, get more views. Give me a reason to keep going. We're having fun. We're good. Let's see what happens here. We've had 1 trinary on the 1s and 1 star note. That's all we found so far. But we also just got started with the 1s too. We're on the second bundle now, so we got a lot more time to go through here. All more bills to go through. And a mule, yeah, it's like the back will be a $5 bill. That'd be awesome, but I don't know. Maybe our standards are high. Maybe we're shooting for the moon and hoping to land them or shooting for the stars, landing on the moon, something like that. Whatever, the expression. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you land them on the stars. Those old inspirational posters you see in break rooms everywhere. Well, honestly, it's up to you. If you want to dig it, just do a test dig, like maybe 3 feet across, just to see if you find anything. It may be tough because if they're big fields, they're going to be spread out so much, you may not find anything digging. You may have to just plow it, honestly. But you might find something. You never know. You always go out there, just make a day of just test digging and see what you find. Just pick a spot that looks good. Just dig out like, maybe 3x3 spot, and maybe you find something. Maybe you won't. You even find a flake, you're doing pretty good. Or doing well, I should say. All righty. That should be the first bundle. Second bundle done, actually. Make that second bundle done. Not a field. The woods would be good, man. You might find something around those trees. A flat area near an area that's not going to get flooded too much. All right, so we have, these are all faced for that first bundle, or that first bill. Bundle number 3 coming up. So we have 3, or third bundle here. There's 4 in a row 7s. 5 7s total. Good, but I don't know. Some people keep that. I won't. I want them in a row. I want 5 in a row. But not bad. Yeah, it depends if people live there or not, Will. It's gonna be it depends on where if people were there or not. You honestly have probably have better luck looking for airheads on a site on your property. If there are woods there, that means there might be undisturbed campsites there. That's what I'd be looking for. That's kind of cool. I wish it wouldn't have been an 8 though. It'd be a good trinary with some good eye appeal to it. Cool, but not cool enough. But I'll go in the Will. I would go there before you do anything. Go in the creek bed and look in the gravel. Look in the rocks. There's your first clue if anything's there. If you find anything that looks good, I'll keep this one. 1128 2811. Alternating pairs. It's also kind of like a bookends note too, in a way. I'll keep that. That's good enough. A little bit of extra face value on that one. All right. We've got 9 viewers. Thank you guys for coming in. No, Brad, I did not buy. I don't buy. I have bought a lot of silver, but I am not a risk taker when it comes to precious metals. I'm more of I'll just buy a bunch of quarter bags and hope I find a few of them or something like that. I don't buy. I bought a lot of silver. I've got a pretty good hoard of silver. Don't get me wrong. I've got plenty, but a lot of it I bought while it was still low. I'm afraid to buy it now. I like being able to buy a roll of $50 for like, $250 or less, 90%. But I don't know, man. Another faint serial number. Is that faint enough? That's a little better than the last one. It might be worth just a quick pull out there. That's pretty faint. What do y'all think? I think I keep that. That's enough faintness there. It's not as good as that bill we found last month, but it's good enough. I'll pull that out as a minor error. Very minor, of course. A common silver. Would I trade a common silver quarter for a circulated West Point? Depends what the value of silver is, I guess. Honestly, I might, Brad. It depends on what. The problem is I've got so many freaking West Points right now. I don't have that many silver quarters, but I got lots of silver West Points. So, or not silver West Points, but West Points. I've got lots of those. So maybe it depends. That was like a 1932 silver quarter. I wouldn't probably not trade that, but you know what I mean? But it depends on what it is. If it was an American Memorial Park, maybe I'd trade for that. But I've got a bunch of that stuff, so I prefer just to find it. My method is just to search as much as I can and find what I can and leave it at that. I do the risk-free method. And it's paid off. It has paid off. This year's been kind of tough on silver, but that's to be expected, honestly. It may get better, it may not. You found a West Point, a silver quarter, and last 3 years. Well, that's something, man. That's not bad. Well, if you go check out your streams, I bet you'll find something down there. You look hard enough, you'll find something. There's got to be something in there. Enough waterways like that, you'll find something. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think a West Point quarter, even let's say when it's like AU 55 plus, a silver quarter, what would you rather have? Even with silver as it is now. The silver. Let's check silver real quick and see where it's at. As of right now, it's 87.95. It actually recovered a lot. So the silver quarter's got $15.90 melt, $15.90 melt. So that's pretty close. An AMP West Point will be about the same value, maybe a little bit more. So it'd be iffy. Plus, you're probably not going to get melt anyway from a dealer. It'd be close. Yeah, Shen, you're right. It's close. Like right now, silver's getting close to $90 an ounce. It's at $87.95. It's close. They're pretty much neck and neck right now because West Points are typically around $13 to $20. And West Points, let's be fair, West Points are actually scarcer than silver quarters when it comes to rarity. They're a lot scarcer. Well, after this melt off recently, maybe not, but they made a lot fewer. There are only 20 million made altogether. So there are 20 million West Points in circulation altogether. That's all there are from both years. And there's probably hundreds of millions of silver quarters still out there. So West Points are technically harder to find if you think about it. At least they used to be. Nowadays, they're probably going to get easier to find. As far as the numbers go, anyway, they will be tougher to find. They're getting harder. They're tough to find nowadays, that's for sure. Had a pretty good load of them last month, though. I got lucky with one bag. I think it had 6 in it. 6 West Points in one bag. Yeah, Shannon, that was not going through enough quarters. I've got probably enough. I probably got enough to make close to 20 sets or 25 sets, maybe. But they're not all going to be like mint. They're not. A lot of them going to be AU, or maybe worse. You never know. The last one I actually found was the Mars Billings Rockefeller. That was the last West Point I've ever found that I needed for a full set. It took me a while to find one too. A long time to find one. Well, Shane, you got quite a few. Hundreds a lot. That's a lot. Did the ones you get graded, did you find those or did you just buy them slabbed? Because all mine are raw still. I found all mine. All right. That bundle's finished. 2 more bundles of files. We'll do a recap. Thank you guys for joining us. We're now a little over an hour in. We're about halfway done. We got 7 more bundles, so we're halfway done, roughly. 7 more bundles of bills. Now, Shannon, did you buy those graded, or did you get them? You find them and get them graded? Because all mine are raw. I'll give you a clue. I've been through. Let me give you my current number right now, as far as 100 quarters. I've been through 1,088,000 quarters. So almost 1.1 million quarters. How many West Points do I have? Oh, nice. That's cool. So I've been almost 1.1 million quarters. How many West Points have I found? Who's going to get the closest guess? Now, watch my videos. You might know. You might have an idea. In fact, if you have to go through and watch all of them to find out how many I've got. It faces bills. These aren't quite as face as the last bundles were. So 1.088 million quarters. I've been through over 1 million quarters. How many West Points have I found? 20. Each says 25. Shannon says 432. Anybody else have a guess? All right. I think we are faced now. Only these strap bills are ones that aren't faced. 432 is the second guess. I'll pull up my spreadsheet to double check. I actually have a spreadsheet. Washington quarters. Ooh. So 432 is the second guess. Any more guesses? 1,088,000 quarters. My answer is in the chat. Shannon was damn close. He's been creeping on my collection. 464. On the road to 500. I'll get there eventually. I still got all of them, too. Some of them are mint state. Almost a birthday. So close. The 96th of June, 1976. Imagine that had been 0704. That'd been sweet. Yeah, over 400. I've got, I don't know, even remember how many silvers I found so far. I actually do have a number. How many silvers have I found? 1,088,000 quarters. How many silver quarters have I found? That's the next question. How many silver quarters? Then it says 225. And I probably find more silver than probably anybody else because I go through the bags. I don't do boxes. I go through straight from the coin machine bags. They don't get, there's less of a chance of going through a magnet. Ish says 600. That's awful. That's very optimistic. But a good guess. Anybody else any more guesses? Exactly, Shannon. Honestly, bags are they're the best, man. Because the bags are, if the machine doesn't have anything to filter the silver, they go right in the bag. And when they get sent off with a carrier, their machines often do filter that out. It'll be too old, it won't weigh right, so it'll get kicked out. That's why it's easier to get them in bags right from the machine itself. Here's my answer. I'll type in the chat. Bam. That's my total right there. 110 silver quarters. Not a lot. So if we do the math, that's really small odds of finding a silver quarter. Yeah, and that's not bad. So let's do the math here. So let's say just say I've done through 1.1 million quarters divided by, that's 1 quarter every 5 bags, which is not really that bad. Some bags have several, but it's 1 quarter every 10,000 quarters of silver. That's what I've been finding. That's my average. Every 10,000 quarters, basically. That is, honestly, let's be honest, that's kind of rough. That's finding I think I found 18 in a bag one time from a collection dump. That was really good, though. 18 silvers in one bag. That's my record, I believe. Let's find some good fancies, though. Let's find some notes. I'm probably missing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it is. It's over $1,700. And that one haul I got from that coin machine bag of 85 Walking Liberties and Franklins and 90%. That's like a lot right now. That is a lot. When I pulled that collection dump out of there, those are 31 a piece right now. That would be, I paid $42.50, and it's worth around $2,700 melt, and those half dollars are now. For that video from back in September. At the time, it was worth around $1,200. Now it's worth more than double that. Silver just blew up ever since then. That was all face value too. I may never beat that. That was too good. That was too good. Let's find something good. Let's find a good bill. Have not been finding much, but we're not even halfway through the ones yet. I can't complain. That first bill was that made the hunt right there already. We already did great. Yeah. 2 rolls. That's not bad. There's your 4 consecutive zeros trailing. I'll keep that. I typically keep the 9s and the zeros if they're trailing, if they're 4 or more. That's not bad. Not in bad shape either. Low end. I probably should keep the 7s too, let's be honest, but I don't keep the 7s. The 0s and 9s are a lot harder to find. All right. So a minor fancy serial number there. 4 trailing zeros. That's something, though. It's better than nothing. I want some star notes, though. Now, these bills, I saw these bills, they came out of an automated teller. So these, I don't know if they've been searched or not, honestly. They did not. Oh, man, look at there. Not been searched. I stand corrected. They're not, definitely not. Well, I stand Actually confirmed, not searched. Oh man, I wish that was $1 million note, a $10 million note, 10 million serial number. Oh man. 1.28 million print run, a little bit better. Not bad. Oh man, if that had been the 10 million serial number, that'd been worth some money. That'd have been worth over $1,000. Had that been all zeros across there and a star. Shannon, did you watch that Sean's video about that 10 million serial number or note that sold for like $1,350? That one might have been worth more than that as a star note. Not in the best shape, but who cares? That was sweet. No, they haven't been searched though. They came right out of the teller, so these are not from someone's drawer. I asked for them. I got them right out of the TCR. So I don't think they've been gone through at all. That's why they're not all perfectly faced either. There we go. Having fun though, folks. Hit that like button. We got 8 likes so far. Let's get to 10 likes. I think the last stream got 10 likes, didn't it? For like last month. Let's get more likes. Crust, are you still with us? Or did you give up on us? We're too loud. I know you're sick. Sorry, man. There's an older bill, older date, May 29th, 1251. A little old for me to check it on stream, but I'll check it later. All right. That is bundle number 4. We'll do one more and we'll do a recap. All right. I wonder if I have any number half dollars. But I guess I can't really count the bag that I got recently for silver count because that was like almost cheating. But all right, we got another bundle number 5 here. We'll do this bundle. We'll do a recap. Yeah, Shannon, hit like 30 times. It'll work. How much? Hey, Shannon, how much do you want to sell his quarter? Is he wanting like this spot for him? Because he's on spot, he might. There's a double triple, but that is a rough one, man. Eek. That's almost not worth keeping. That's just like, yeah, that's kind of gross. I don't think I'll keep that. I don't have a very high standard on condition, but that one is pretty below a low standard for condition. What do y'all think? Keep that or not? 3 2s, 3 1s, but dude, it's a rag. It's barely even spendable anymore at this point. What do y'all say? Keep it? I'll do whatever y'all say. I don't care either way. But y'all let me know while I face these out real fast. This should be the last bundle I've got to face out. Should I keep it? Damn, yeah, that's about right. These are pretty messed up. It's a pretty rough, I agree. Will, if you're still there, what do you think? Keep it, toss it, auction it off to the highest bidder. These bills are really messed up. Like every bill is a different direction. So I'll be done in a second though. So I think I'm going to toss it. That's a little bit too rough. The standing makes it worse though. That's the bad part. That standing is questionable. Richard, I agree. We got 2 votes. Put it back, and including mine. I say put it back. If it was a better note, a better serial number, I'd probably keep it, but it's got to be better than that. I normally don't care, but that one's rough. If it's a star note, I'd probably keep it just to have one from that, just have another one to throw into a bundle. But they're not as important to be for condition, but those fancies got to be in good shape. All right, here in a minute, we'll be back to hunting. Almost got these separated now. We'll sort it out. They are really messed up. This is the worst one I've seen today so far. Okay. Get these back in the front here. They are all messed up. All right. A little better with a couple more left. I gotta start sorting this out. I'm making it from a TCR especially. Okay. Hunt continues. Thank you for your patience. All right, here we go. Back to the hunt. Hold these up a little better. So far, not many fancies in these hunts, but that's okay. Oh, man. Have you guys found anything good lately? Anybody found anything awesome? I don't know what my best find lately is. It's definitely that bill. We're going to do a recap here after this bundle. Star note. Probably going to be a common run. Pretty sure it's going to be common. 17AG. I think it's that same run or a similar run to that last one. From the same series. 3.2 million. Common print run. But a star note. They will not be out there forever. They get tough to find. That is what our 1, 2, 3, our third star note of this hunt so far. We haven't had that many at all. That's to be expected, though. All right. Actually, technically it's our 7th star note of the hunt, but they're getting tougher to find, but they're still findable. Finding one of the fancy serial numbers, that's what you really want to do. Or a birthday on it. You find that recently, Brad? Like within the last couple months? That's pretty cool. Folks, what is this? What is it? What kind of bill is this? That's called a thumbnail bill, folks. It's also a trinary, technically. 7 1s and 2s. So we just pulled a trinary repeater. I wish it was honestly, it's almost really close to a super repeater. 7 1, 7 2, 7 1, 7 2. That's actually a pretty good pattern. That is a nice one. That's called a thumbnail note. Actually, I'll put the other bill on the thumbnail. That's good, though. That's our second best fancy serial number of the hunt so far. We didn't find one last month. We only found a radar last month and no repeaters. Teaser. I'll probably put that first note. That'll be the thumbnail note. I'm just glad I did not overlook that repeater. If you're too fast, you'll miss them because they don't really stick out to you if you don't really pay attention. So we're doing pretty good so far. Repeater, and it's actually got consecutive numbers. That's actually pretty cool. No ill bills yet, though. So no repeater. Bono, if you're here, if you're still listening, if you're still here, we didn't get a repeater, but we got a radar, or not. We did not get a radar, but we got a repeater, which is honestly equal as far as I think statistics go, and rarity and value. But that one has a good pattern. That might actually be worth a little more valuable than a typical 4-digit repeater. It's got a good pattern to it. Maybe a couple extra dollars, maybe from $8 to $10, maybe 12. I'm lucky. Pretty good note. It's not in the best shape though, but not bad. Thought I faced these all out. I guess I didn't. Oh, not too bad. All right. Let's see what happens here. Just pulled a repeater. We'll do a recap here after the end of this bundle here. Now, if you haven't been here since the beginning of the stream, you're going to want to see this. Yeah, Bino, that's just as good. It's equally good. I believe repeaters and radars are, as far as statistically common, they're identical. And the same value too. So no radar, but a repeater. But still not our best find, though. That's not even close to the best find. But normally it would be, honestly. Last month, the best we did was a radar as far as fancies. But no complaints. They're not easy to find unless you go through a bunch of bills. That's what we're doing here. Well, after this bundle, we'll have 5 more bundles to go through. We'll do a recap here in a minute. Findings. You mean my social security number, Richard? I wouldn't even, honestly, I wouldn't even notice it if I did. It's going to be charge. Like, what bank do I charge, or do I get change from? Like, those I don't give out. For 2 reasons. First of all, I want to protect where I go, because I don't want to either get them overloaded or have someone step on my toes. Let's be honest. And secondly, I got to protect their privacy. I got to protect, my privacy too, to an extent. So I don't say what banks I go to, unless you're like a really close friend of mine that I know in person. But on the channel, I don't tell that, because I don't want people going like to my banks saying they said that they heard about me. Heard about them on my channel. That's not good for my channel. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad deal if I have my banks getting bothered by my viewers. Because I got to be nice to them. I got to respect them and not overload them and give them too much to deal with. So I don't tell it. There are, honestly, Brad, the answer to your question is, honestly, if you can get one that you have good rapport with, you probably and is able to order money for you, that's all you really need. But I recommend getting many banks. Like, I have a lot of banks. I don't have one bank. I don't have 5 banks. I don't have 10 banks. I've got 12 banks. I may get more one day. You never know. But right now, I have to have at least 15 to plus branches to go through, just to drop off quarters, bills, whatever, to get rid of it all every month. Like, my lunch breaks at my job, most of them, or many of them, are just going to banks. All right. Anyway, we're doing a recap real quick. If you're just joining us, you have not seen what we found in the first 1,000 bills. I'm going to tell you, we did pretty well so far. We went through $500 500 fives. So far, we had 2 common star notes here with 3.2 million print runs in the 5s. We had one with a 1.28 million print run. I think that's what it was, 1.28. And we had one, I think this one has a 640,000 print run, I think. That's what I remember. So 640,000 run on this one. As far as fancies, we had, go in order with the 5s. We had 1 trinary, 0s, 8s, and 9s. 1 6-of-a-kind 3s. Not a bad find there. And actually, the radar or the repeater we just found was actually second place. Honestly, 6-of-a-kind is pretty good too. That's pretty close to as good as a radar or in a repeater. But that was our second best. Here's our best find so far. A true binary $5 bill. All 1s and 0s. And it's in good shape too. Pretty crisp. That was actually on the top of the first bundle I pulled from the bank yesterday. Okay, Brett. Now I understand your question. Boxes of quarters. I don't get boxes. I get coin machine bags. So they're $1,000 a bag. I usually buy between 5 and 10 of those a month if I can get them. Boxes are $500 though. They're only 500. So you get 50 rolls of 40 coins for 2,000 quarters or $500 face value. That's what they are. So $500 for quarters and $50 both. But you don't, if you may have a bank that charges you 10%, but I just pay for face, man. I pay only face value. I will not buy from a bank that charges me 10%. It's not worth it. You're not going to make it back. I'm just going to tell you, especially $50 lately, you won't get your money back. You're going to end up losing money. If it charges you 10%, don't buy it, man. Don't. Trust me. Get it for face. Find a bank that'll give it to you for face. Even if he's getting us a box of nickels or something like that. Just get something that's face value. Yeah, don't buy anything over face. They're ripping you off. Because the thing is, banks order it anyway, and they only get charged. They get charged a delivery fee, but they also get charged for what they're ordering. So they buy a bunch of hundreds and ones and fives, whatever, and coin. They're paying the delivery fee plus the amount they're ordering. So if you don't have them order specially for you and just have them order when they do an order, you're not really charging, there's not really any reason to charge you extra. They're just adding a little bit to their order for you, right? So they're not losing money by ordering for you as long as they order something for you when they're doing an order. Yes, Shannon, it actually does. So if you buy coin machine bags at the bank, you're actually saving the bank money. That's my method. I never get complaints, ever. I never get complaints. That's the best. Yeah, I save that bank a lot of money. Actually, more than one bank sometimes. I get a lot of, they can't complain because they get charged for shipping fees too. If I buy it all, they're not sending off any money. No fees. Like, here's our find to the hunt so far. That's the find of the year. I'll be honest. That's going to be tough to beat. I'd say I'd say a $75 note. I say $5,200 minimum. I think around $75 about what this note's worth in this condition. That serial number, $60 to $75 probably. Not for sale though. I just found it, man. It's not even. It's still warm. I don't have time to sell anything right now. I've only got one other true binary ever that I found, and it's just way better than this one, but pretty sweet. Here's my other one. I've only found two true binaries. Here's the other one. That one, as you can see, is a lot more valuable. A super radar. But we'll keep this one. I'm not disappointed. We still got 500 ones, folks. 500 ones to go through. Yeah, Lincoln is definitely happy with his new home for now. I was just happy that was the first bill I found. I didn't even have to hunt the bills to find that bill. All right, we're going to do our bundle number 6 on the ones. Now, bundle number 6. We have $500 more than ones to go through. That's all we got left. We'll probably be done in the next half hour or so. Thank y'all for joining me. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit that like button. Let's get this stream out to more people. There's a trinary. That's got a really good pattern. 3773, 377. Good pattern. Not a super valuable note, but it's in good shape. Good low-end fancy serial number. We got 10 viewers and 8 likes. Let's get 10 viewers and 30 likes. About that. Does that sound good, guys? Sound reasonable? Not quite. I've seen people keep bills with lots of 8s and 7s in them before, because those do tend to have a premium on them to some people. I don't want to keep them though. Not for me. I have to go through and face all these too. Not too bad. Not as bad as the last bundle was, that's for sure. Get this going here. All right, back to the search. Just did a recap. We'll do one more recap at the end of the video. And if y'all want to see anything cool, I did bring some of my better finds if you want to see them. A lot of them, you saw them last month, so won't be interesting for you because it's just a bunch of repeat stuff if you want to see them. But let me know in the chat if you want to see anything that I found that you haven't seen before. I just showed one of them a minute ago. But we're not done hunting yet, so we'll wait and see. Had a pretty good hunt so far. All righty, back to it here. So, Brad, are you looking to start hunting quarters? Oh, Brett, dude, I'm almost all coins, honestly. I do like a couple of live streams a month. I do currency too, but I usually do like enormous currency hunts. I typically go through like 5,000 to 10,000 bills at a time. Depends on how much I can get. Although I do try to slow it down. I've kind of been going through too much. I'm like dying here, but your eyes kind of fall out after 10,000 bills. But I typically do more coins. I do a lot of, basically my routine is currency for like a couple days. Then I do quarters for a while until I'm done with all my quarters. And if I have anything left over after that, I'll do what I have left over. Right now I've got some half dollars I went through this past week. I just posted a couple, 3 pretty nice half-dollar videos and found some really good stuff in halves. No silver, but I found some good varieties and some okay error coins too. All right, guys and girls. A 95 series note. Is it a web note? Anybody awake out there? Yes or no? And how do you know it is or isn't a web note? I bet Shannon would know this already, but anybody have a guess? Web note or not web note? 95 series. I'll give you a few seconds to guess on this one. Well, I'll double check these bills, make sure they're faced. Multitasking right there, right? So is that a web note or not a web note? No one's even guessed yet. Any guessers? And the question is it, and why is it or isn't it? Bino has given up. Let's be honest. Occam's razor says it's probably not because they're pretty scarce, right? It's probably not a web note. Almost got these faced now. Next time I'll promise to do this. I'll do this ahead of time. But the rest of them should not be. They should be faced out actually. These should have been actually. No wait, this one wouldn't be. The next ones will be. So web note or not web note? Here we go. Not a web note. If you look right here, there's an FW and a D. If there are either one of those there, not a web note. If there's a big D or a big letter there by the plate number here, not a web note. That's your first clue. Second clue is the plate number's at the bottom instead of up here above the E. That's what it would be if it was a web note. Not a web note. That's normal. Oh my God. I just faced these notes. I just faced them. Check that out, guys. I hope there's some consecutive ones in here. I just went through and just moving around. Okay, that is a pretty good note. And it's pretty crisp too. 6 of a kind threes. Damn. Okay, that's an upper level, I would say medium level fancy serial number. So somewhere out there is a full solid of those. But damn, dude, that's sweet. Nice. Plus, the cool thing is, it's still multiples of 3. It actually makes it a little bit better than a regular just mixed up number, and it's pretty good shape too. 6 of a kind threes. Did not expect that one. That's for damn sure. There's more in here. Wish I had not. I found that like without having to go through all these and sort them out, but I'll take it. Seems to be that kind of night, man. That's also a thumbnail note, right? That's got to be a thumbnail note. Got to be. All right. We got 12 viewers, 10 likes. Let's see if can we get to 10 likes. That's what we got last month. 10 likes. Maybe. If y'all just missed it, we found a six in a row threes. That was pretty sweet. But you don't find that kind of stuff all the time, though, so we got to take advantage of it while we can. 9 likes. Thank you, guys. One more like to I think the record is 10. There's 10. Thank you, guys. There's a dual date note, kind of old. 1772, 1840. That's a little bit old for me to keep, though. Pretty good bill hunt so far. Pretty darn. I don't think I've done this well as far as just finding that many fancies that are that good in a hunt in a while. But we also had it coming because last month was not exactly the best. It was mostly trinaries. So they're doing better than last month. Also, I've not found a birthday note yet either. Doing really, really, really well tonight. Don't know why. Just unusually good. There we go. 2017 A series star note. Probably a common print run. Almost guaranteed, but I'll find out in a second. $3.2 million, common run. But a fine nonetheless. All right, replace it real quick. Having one hell of a freaking hunt today. This has been great. All right, for joining us, we're going to do a recap here in about 3 more bundles. Actually make that 4 more bundles. Just had an epic find. Had some really good finds so far. I mean, this has been a great hunt. Hope you guys having fun. I know I am. So, and I'm not sure if 6 in a row might be scarcer than a radar and repeater. Someone's got time to look it up real quick and see. I think it's actually scarcer. Where's that from? Oh, it might be scarcer. Eight of a kind, man. Honestly, you're usually looking at a minimum of like $800 to $1,000. Doesn't matter what the number is. If it's all 7s, you're looking at probably a couple thousand. 7s, 8s, and 1s are the best. Now, if they're ratty, if it was like all 7s in this condition, probably $1,800 to $2,000. All 3s, probably $1,000, $900 to $1,000. You know, depends on the number. Honestly, it depends on the number. Now, the question is, I've never found a 7 or 8 of a kind. I found 7 in a row, but I've never found 8 in a row. Here's my 7 in a row. I have found 1 7 in a row, and it was this one. You can't complain about that one, right? That's probably my best bill yet so far. But you can find good stuff. I found that like in summer of 2023. I found it. Had to do like a quadruple take to realize what I had. Freaked me out, honestly. Still freaks me out. It's been over almost 3 years ago. I like to pull an 8. I would love it. It could happen here. Honestly, it could happen anytime. Another star note. We're actually making up for lost productivity earlier. I am not complaining. This is going well. And the funny part is, well, the fun part is we have more to do tomorrow night too. We're going to do a stream tomorrow night, same time, as long as I can get ready in time. 1.28 million, a little bit scarcer on this one. Common print run, but 1.28 million, but still high enough to be considered common. No, we're not really any extra value. 67 bills are on fire. Welcome, Funshine Bear. About time you showed up. Yeah, Brett, I don't know why people are so goofy. They just don't look. The thing is, who pays it? I mean, if you don't do this, you're not going to pay attention. I mean, even as a kid, I probably spent something that was worth a few $100. You never know. Went out and bought some airheads or bought some coins and gave a guy, some cash. There's a freaking fancy serial number in there, or star note. You never know, man. You just don't know unless because I didn't look at it when I was a kid. I didn't care. Until even recently, I didn't even care until like the last few years. Until I realized this is actually a thing. Star Trek Voyager. There's a K series 2013. That's a pretty high note, high serial number too. That might be a better run. I think it's gonna be common, but it's possible. Some of those high runs are pretty good too. Common, 3.2 million. They're starting up to the collection. All right. The silver changed when we started the stream. Let's reload the silver price. Went down a little bit, 86.94. Still pretty good though. All right. Here we go again. We've got 3 more. After this one, we have 3 more bundles. So 3 more after this one. Can we get to 11 likes on the stream? I think that would be a record. Will this be a record-breaking stream? It should be. Let's be honest. It should be. After what we've found so far, we have found some unbelievable notes. Really good notes so far. This has been one of my best hunts for just only going through 1,000 ones. This has been pretty darn good. Because last month was a little tougher, let's be honest. Our best find was, I think, a radar and a faint serial number on a error bill. Dude, Shannon, you miss all kinds of cool stuff, dude. You missed some epic stuff, Shannon. Awesome. 11 likes. Thank you, guys. 02. Oh. Almost a birthday. 92nd of February, 1921. Almost a trinary, though. Not quite. Dude, Shannon, you missed some good stuff, I'm telling you. I can't remember how much of it you missed, but we'll go back to it. We'll show it again. Yeah, Shannon, dude, you missed this, man. I totally found that in this bill search, man. Totally. Can you believe it? Okay, not really. Not really. I found that like 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. I found that before my channel, about like 2 months before I did the channel. I started the channel. I found that. Now, that's actually one of the reasons I started the channel, because I was like, man, if I find stuff like that, I got to do a channel, man. I got to. Then I actually did have a couple of really good epic finds on the channel too. So, but we're doing really well. I mean, we found some good fancies. I think I found a couple of really good fancies while you were gone. Remember, if I miss something on these notes, let me know. I'm kind of watching the chat and kind of in la la land myself a little bit here and there. There's a gas pump, but I don't keep these. Do y'all ever keep these? I don't. I just see too many of them, and it's not really that high anyway. Too common. Yeah, to me, they got to be like missing some of the ink. If it's missing some of the ink, I'll keep it. That one's almost a keeper. Actually, I might keep this one. See how wavy that is? I think I'll pull that out. It's also in that run that has a faint, the faint serial numbers on the right side. What do you think, guys? I mean, that's pretty wavy. They don't match at all. Like the right side or the left side straight, but not that side. I've been keeping these when I find these. I actually want to keep that. It's minor, but it's pretty wavy. I'll pull that out. You don't see that too often, honestly. If they're all like mismatched, I'll keep it. But they may not be worth much more than face anyway, but they're still kind of cool. It's not like I'm going to find like an ink smear or something or a butterfly fold. I mean, I might, but not likely. All right, we're now 12 bundles in. 12 bundles in. If you've not hit that like button, hit that like button. Share the stream. Share with your family, your friends, your grandparents. Get them addicted to currency hunting. Get your grandpa addicted to dollar bill searching. That's the goal in life, right? If you get him addicted, he'll give you his $half collection, right? His coin collection. All right. And his currency collection when he's done hunting all these bills. 12 viewers, 11 likes. We're on bundle number 13. Doing well, though. This is a good stream. You guys always make it fun. If it wasn't for you guys, I would just sit at home, hunt this bill by myself, and cry. Or screaming, or be cheering from finding those fancies earlier. But you got to look if you're going to find them. That's the rule. 12 likes. You guys are awesome. I think that's a record. I'm pretty sure that's a record. I know, Bono, man. Me crying, it's not a good sight, man. It is so humiliating and cringeworthy. It's not worth it. So close. Freaking flip that 9 upside down, have a radar. 3866, 3869. One number ruined it. The 69 ruined it, guys. The 69 ruined it. Or the 96, whatever. There we have 5 5s. Trinary, almost 6 5s. I'll pull that out. Good eye appeal. Almost a binary. Low end, but I'll take it. I'm going to cry. Sunshine Bear, if you donate $10, I'll cry. No, I won't. Me to cry. What am I like? I'm like prostituting my tears. Is that what I'm doing? I didn't even get a super chat this time. I'm already about to cry anyway. No, I don't care about that. All right. Here we have a really nice, crisp 95 series note, guys and girls. Nice and crisp. Is it a web note? Yes or no, and why? You guys can guess. This is in good shape. Brett, yeah, they do, honestly, but to be fair, I'll be honest with you, Brett, you don't have to buy those. All you got to do is just look for patterns on notes. You don't have to have a mat. No one needs a mat for really anything, honestly. $1's a buck change? I agree. That's correct. Bino is correct. It's not a web note. There's a C there next to the 19, the plate number. That is not a web note, although it's in great shape. I'm going to keep it just because of the condition. Like a very slight fold in the middle. That's pretty good. That's not bad. It could be. I can actually straighten that out too. It's pretty good shape. But you see the plate number on the bottom, on the back. Actually, it was plate number 1. Should be up here if it was a web note. It's not. But I keep it regardless. That's our best, oldest bill so far. I don't normally keep these unless they're crisp. That one is pretty crisp, so I'll pull that out. If it was a web note, it'd be pretty valuable. That'd be a pretty high-end web note if it was a web note with that kind of condition. Probably worth $80 to $100 plus, but it's not. It's not. 95 series note. Not in as good a shape, though. Web note or no web note? The F tells a story. Bino? Will? Funshine Bear? Web note or not web note? Come on, guys. I'm getting bored waiting for your answers. Time's coming close. Not a web note. Correct, Bino. Correct. Not a web note. Plate number at the bottom, not at the top. And there is a letter next to the plate number on the bottom right. F should not be there. A little, not in the best shape though. I would almost keep that, but not quite. Correct. Not a web note. They're pretty tough to find. I'd love to find a crisp one though. I would love it. The way this hunt's going, honestly, we might find one. We had good luck. I don't want to jinx it, but we've had really good luck. Thank you all for joining me, man, by the way. We have 12 viewers and 12 likes. Well, I don't normally keep them unless they're crisp. If they're really crisp, for like 95 and earlier, I'll keep them if they're crisp. They got to be nice, though. Here we go. There's an older birthday, really old birthday. November 16th, 1920. Anybody got a birthday that was born in 1920 that's still alive? You'd be 105, almost 106 years old now. Could be a history note, but I'll keep that. That's recent enough. I'll keep it. Maybe somebody's grandparents had that birthday. It's the first actual date note of the hunt that I'm actually going to keep, so that's not bad. That's a keeper. I mean, it's not worth a lot of money because it's so old of a date, but it'd be worth a few bucks. So one date note for the hunt so far. Let's keep going. We got another 200 plus bills to go through. But Will, I keep them if typically my cutoff point for keeping anything is 85 and earlier. There's another older date, but it's written on. I'll check it later, but it's probably not going to be anything. Almost 106, really close to 106. Turns 106 this year. Coming up on November 16th. I actually have a cousin with that birthday, but wrong year by a long time. many decades. All right. We'll do a recap after the next two bundles. We're going to do two more after this. We'll do a recap. And Shannon, like I said, Shannon, you missed out, man. Missed out on some good stuff. I want to keep you in suspense just to torture you. There's November 8th, 2420. If you're alive in the next, 400 years, it'll be your birthday. Oh, Funshine Bear, you're right, dude. I'm so sorry. I'll have to go back and get that later. I'll make sure to put that. I'll get that pulled out for you. There we go. And that's what I want. More modern dates. July 8th, 1960, and it's in good shape. That is what you want to find. Crisp birthday notes. That is a minimum, probably $20 to $30 note on eBay. Buy it now listing, $20, no problem. That's somebody's grandpa or parents' birthday somewhere out there somewhere. Anybody know birthday or anybody know anybody with that birthday? Let me know in the comments or email me at the email in my video description, and I'll see about getting this to you. If you know anybody with birthday of July 8th, 1960. We're back on the birthdays, so that's two in this bundle. And honestly, those are often better than anything else you'll find. They've got some value to them. Because people want them more than they don't, that's for sure. They're kind of cool to find. Get the right person at the right time, you'll sell it. Typically for at least $15 to $20, typically. Just don't auction it because somebody will buy it for $3 and flip it on you. Do not auction them. They'll buy it for $2 to $3 and then flip it for $20. Those are a buy it now kind of thing because they're specific to an individual. All right, there's that bundle. That was bundle number 13. We got two more to go. Then we'll do a recap. Well, whatever you want to get, honestly, what can you afford? If you want to get quarters, you want to find some W's, go through quarters. You might even find some silver. You can go through half dollars looking for, you don't know how to find varieties yet, do you? Depends on what you look for. Honestly, nickels, if you're new, and you can't get pennies, nickels are probably one of the best things to get because you can find buffaloes, V nickels in them, silver nickels, and they're a lot easier to find than silver in other denominations most of the time. Bundle number 14. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. But it's hard to say because it depends on where you're at. $half may be really good in your area. Who knows? If nobody's hunting them, you may get really good luck on $half if you can afford them. Or just make an album out of them, honestly. Make a full set. But I prefer to hunt quarters and currency more than anything, and $half if I can get them, if I have time. Halves are good, but they're not like they used to be. They're not like they used to be, not even close. But if you learn how to hunt double dies and error coins, dude, halves. Yeah. $half are tough, man. They've been searched so freaking heavily. Honestly, by me, I'm one of the reasons they're pretty tough, probably. I've gone through my fair share of halves over the years. All right. I've gone through a few $100,000 $half, that's for sure. More bills, though. More bills. I think. Maybe it'd be pretty close, actually. Yeah, dimes are probably your easiest to find silver in because they are small. But you got to look for them, and they're hard to find the errors and stuff on them because they're so small. But if you're looking for silver, they're probably the best because they're so small and they go in the machines, and they typically end up in the rolls. They're often in the rolls. I found mercuries, and even this past few months, I found barber dimes for the first time this past year. I think 4 of them. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can get dimes. All the dimes I got are circulated, so you can come get them. I got plenty of dimes. Because you'll look for the errors and stuff too, and the varieties. You actually might do well just finding maybe a 2004 D with the double deer. I want one of those pretty badly, honestly. Ain't found one yet. Yeah, dimes are tough. Honestly, they're my least favorite, but for channel content, they're pretty good as far as finding silver. At least I've had good luck with them the last few months. I had really good luck last year with silver. I mean, really good luck. Better than ever. I think I found 28 in one bag, and I found like 32 in another bag. That might have been a couple years ago, though. That was a while back. Yeah, speaking of which, Will, if you want, Will, look for the 2026 dimes. You get one of those, man. You got something good. I want one. I ain't even found one of those yet. And guitar, thanks for joining us, man. Starting, can you explain the sequencing that's valuable? Well, it's hard to say. Sequencing is one thing, like a cool looking serial number does add value, but also what else adds value is the run. So some runs are smaller than others. Depends on when they were made during the printing process. Some runs have like 3.2 million made of that same run. Some have like 250,000 or less. Those are what you really want to find. And in good shape. Yeah, well, those dimes are my favorite coin they've made in the last since I've been alive, man. Those are so cool. They remind me of the Mercury dime, and they're just beautiful coin. And the halves are also pretty good too. I like the $half too. But guitar, to answer your full question a little bit better, depends on the run, depends on the serial number and the condition. You get a really good serial number or a really low serial number, that'll add a lot of value. Just depends on what you get. We'll do a recap here pretty soon. We got another little over 100 more bills to go. We're almost done. And I'm not complaining either. This has been an awesome stream. Awesome search too. The guitar, did you get the entire set? Did you even including the 16D? I think, yeah, Shannon, I think you got the question right. That's right. That's what I was asking. So no 16. That's still pretty cool though. If they're high grade, they might be worth it. I would look them up first. So do your research before you submit anything. Make sure it's worth submitting. And I think Shannon would back me up on this. Don't submit it unless you have to. Now, if you want to, that's one thing. If you want like a graded example of a specific coin, like I might do that one day with my $50 varieties. I might just want to get a full set of 1971 $50 double dies. I might do that one day just to get them graded. I probably will at best break even on them, but oh, so close. But I wouldn't submit them unless you have to. Nice. 6858, 6854. So close. But if they're that good, I would maybe take them to a local dealer, have them look at them, and have them give you a second opinion before you do it, just in case. But they're probably, if they're that nice, they might be worth it, honestly. But as far as fancy serial numbers, I will show you some fancy serial numbers later. I'll do a recap here we'll do a recap in a few minutes because we're on the last bundle. This is the last one right now for the stream. I'll show you some stuff that we found in the stream that's worth some money. Some of that's worth some good money. That's right. Shannon's correct. And you gotta know what you got. You gotta know what the grade actually is. You can have a dealer look at them because they'll know how to grade better than most people will. And you'll get a better opinion from that. All right, last bundle, guys and girls. Now, if you're joining us, you have not hit that like button, hit the like button on the stream. We got 12 likes, which I think is a record, but let's get into the teens if we can. Last bundle. Let's try to get 15 likes before we're done with the stream. 15, that'd be awesome. Last bundle here, and we'll do a recap. I'll show you all some cool. Yeah, guitar, if you'll stick around for a little bit after we're done, I'll show you some fancy serial numbers that are worth some pretty good money. I've got some of my best stuff here on the to show y'all if you want to see them. All right. We'll get this last bundle done, and we'll call it done. But I'll give you a good rundown of what I've got that's worth some pretty good money. Some of it's really valuable. Most of it's not, though. You're not going to find something good. Your odds of finding something really good right off the bat are almost impossible. But it happens. It could happen. Well, I'll show you what I found in this stream. Actually, we have some pretty good valuable notes in the stream already. Most of it's not, though. A little wavy on that one, too. Let me pull that out as well. A wavy serial number. Up and down, up and down. I'll keep that. Other side's kind of a little bit wavy, too. Not as bad, but I like them all wavy like that. It's pretty obvious. All right, let's get back to the hunt here. But honestly, currency is one of my favorite things to hunt. It's because right now it's good. It will not be good forever. They might be worth a little bit more. It depends on how you market them. It depends because most serial numbers are not that wavy. But if they're wavy enough, I'll pull them out. They got to be wavy enough, though. They got to be good. All right. But to keep in mind, we went through almost 1,000 bills, and I only kept 2 notes that had wavy serial numbers. They're not that common, although they're not exactly rare either. If they're wavy enough, I'll pull them out. I don't usually keep the gas pump errors. A guitar, I believe you. If you want, send me a picture of them. If you get a picture of them, send me email a picture to them to my email. And I'll give you. I'll look at them and see if they're cleaned or high grade enough to get at least give you an opinion on them. Let's see here, last bundle. Can we get 13 likes? Maybe. Be the first time we got them in the teens, I think, during the stream at least. More people like, the more people watch, typically. Not always, but. So we'll do another stream tomorrow. Yeah, there are some better dates on those Mercuries, but 16D is a big dog. All right, 95 series note. Y'all know the routine. Web note, not web note? What y'all think? Web note or not web note? 95 series note. Correct, Shannon. First guess. Number near the plate number, or letter near the plate number. The C ruins it, guys. C ruined it. Plate number at the bottom. Had what, 3 or 4 chances to find those this time? 4 chances, I think it was. Not many. Need to go back about 20 years and find a bunch of them. Now we'll finish up this stream here, at least this hunt, and we'll go through and I'll show you some, we'll do a recap. I'll show you what we found so far. Star note alert. Definitely been circulated. Probably gonna be common run too. I think this is one of the same runs from the last one we found actually. $3.2 million print run. All right. We'll finish up real quick. Maybe we'll find something else before we're done. We'll do a recap of the hunt in its totality. If you want to see some cool notes, all right. 95 series note. Web note, not web note. You want to see some cool notes after we're done, let me know in the chat and I'll show you some cool stuff. Guitar golf, it is in my video description toward the very bottom of it. So if you go to the video description, either after the chat or after the stream, or even now, you might be able to go to it. But it's change is good viewer contact at gmail.com. So web note or not web note. Actually, not in bad shape, honestly. Pretty crisp. I might keep this one. Not the best shape, but it's not bad. Sorry, Shannon. One day you'll say the same. I'll just say the same thing to you when you get monetized. Not a web note, by the way. One day I'll be like, Shannon, dude, turn it off, man. Just turn it off. Not a web note, guys. Is that crisp enough? It's not bad. The corner's a little bit bent on a couple of them, but it's not terrible. Should I keep that? It's pretty crisp. I think I'll keep it. It's got that, you know, the crisp sound to it. I'll probably pull that out. That's good enough. Where am I keeping these at? All right, let's finish up real quick. All right, we'll be finished in a minute. And channel's gonna have like 10,000 subscribers in a few months. He'll be doing his own sponsored video ads. Everybody can't stand it. Even more annoying than mine. Well, to be fair, I do not do sponsorships. I could, but I don't. Because honestly, I'd rather not. They drive me nuts in other videos. I do have the ad set on this stream to like medium. Maybe I should turn it on the low. I don't know. Whatever the default is what they're set at. I didn't change it. All right. That's it. Last bundle. We are finished. We got 13 likes. Thank you guys for 13 likes. I think that's a record. That was the first time I think we got to teens in the actual stream. Well, I can't stand ads. I do my best to avoid ads. Like I kind of like an ad-free lifestyle, if you could say. I have no commercials in my life whatsoever. All right, now let's do a recap of the hunt, folks. Went through 1,500 bills total. And we had some epic finds. And by epic, I mean, honestly, a couple of them are pretty darn good. Now let's do a recap of the fives first. Finds from the fives. We had focus issues. Now we have, from the $5 bills, we had 2 common star notes with 3.2 million prints. 2017 PG series and 2017 PE series. Both 3.2 million. Not bad finds, but common. We had one with I believe a 1.28 million print run. Little focus. A 2017 PK series star note with a 1.28 million, I believe, print run. We also had one 2013 ME series star note with a 640,000 print run. That was our best $5 star note, and I think it was our lowest run, wasn't it? I'll type it in the chat, guys. I'll give you my email in the chat. Hold tight a second. Let me key it in real fast. Okay, make sure I got that right. There you go, guys. My email. So that. Now for fancy serial numbers on the fives, we had 3 total. Awesome, appreciate it, man. I'll look at them right now. It may take a minute to come through, though. Let me see if it shows up yet. Here we go. Okay, I got them. Let me check them out real quick. Give you an opinion. They look pretty nice, man. I'll be honest. You're right. Those are pretty. Those all look like at least AU or better. All of them, maybe mint state. But the problem is, while those are common dates, yeah, a lot of them look at least AU. Some of them might be XF. There's some XF ones in there. I don't know if they're worth getting slabbed though. Honestly, they're mostly common dates. I would, for my opinion, I would hold off. Maybe check some of the. There might be some better dates in there, but I think there won't be. I would hold off on getting those graded. They're nice. Don't get me wrong. That's a really good album, but I think they're the common dates that are in there, and they're worth a few bucks in that grade, but they're not like super valuable. So I would honestly, I would hold off. Now, if you take them to a dealer and he says, "Dude, those are amazing," I don't see that happening. Those all seem common dates, but there are some that are better. But depends on what you got in there, really. But I would say don't do it. Yeah, the glass is correct. They're not usually that valuable. They got to be like really good grades or better dates. And those look like all 30s and 40s, and they're not gonna be worth much. I mean, you can get them for like $10 a piece. You know, they're not. You'll be paying more than that to get them slabbed. Not worth it. Anyway, recap. Back to recap. We did through the fives. We had 3 fancy serial numbers, and some of y'all missed these. Or nice, correct, Chen, or a nice variety. But I doubt he's gonna know what the varieties are. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Well, glass, some of them are valuable. It just depends on what they are. But I didn't in those pictures, because you didn't see the pictures. I saw all 30s and 40s. I didn't see anything else. They're nice. So they're all like, I say the lowest grades are XF or maybe low AU. I mean, they're pretty nice. They're pretty sweet coins. But they're not. I wouldn't slab them, though. I wouldn't slab them. No 30. I didn't see a 31S. I wish, but I didn't see one in there. I see like 36 and 37s and 39s and 40s. But nothing. A lot of holes in the album. A lot of holes. But they're higher. They're better grades. They're nice examples. I think they're all like XS45 or better. Some of them are mint state. Some are like they're nice. They don't look clean either. They look pretty good. All right. Anyway, back to the recap. Yeah, last year you're right, Will, about $6. Anyway, we had 3 fancy serial numbers in the fives. We had a trinary with all 0s, 9s, and 8s. Some would call that a flipper. Still a good note, good eye appeal. We had 6 of a kind threes on this note. Not bad. And here's our best. You have a 31S? Seriously? I'll wait for it. If it pops up, I'll see it. That's if you can sell it now. Yeah, I was buying them for like $2 a piece last year. I got a bunch for $2. Anyway, here we go. This last 5 was the find of the hunt. It's also the first bill find on the stream. A true binary $5 bill. All ones and zeros in the serial number. That's not easy to find. I appraised it around, I think I get $75 for it. I'll be honest. With the condition it's in pretty good shape. Probably AU. A pretty good shape bill. Really good serial number. I mean, $50 minimum because the ones sell for like $50. Fives typically are a little bit more. I would call it a $75 note just to be conservative. What do y'all think? $75 for that note? I say 50 minimum. The 1919 is looking nice. Yeah, Shannon, I think he's got a 31S in there. It looks pretty nice too. 31D and a 31S. That looks like it's freaking, that might be Mint State or AU. That one might be worth it. That's a nice coin, dude. Thanks for showing me. Yeah, there's a 31D and a 31S, and they're both XF or AU or better. It's kind of hard to see for sure, but it looks pretty good. I'd say it's at least XF. Probably AU. Bonnie, you want this bill for $1,000? You might get it. Yeah, I say $50 minimum. Like bottom floor for these is $50, but with it being crisp, for mostly crisp anyway, and on a 5, you know, you can basically add like $10 in value because of the 5, maybe a little bit more because it's crisp. I say 75, maybe $65 to $75. 1,000 pennies, dude. Sweet deal. If they're all like wheat cents, you got me have a deal there. All right, that was the best 5s. Now we got lots of 1s too. As for the 1s, now guitars, thanks for sending those. Those are good. Those are really good pictures. That 31S looks pretty darn good. I'll be honest, it looks pretty good. Let me look while we're here. Let's just do some little research. I'm going to pull up PCGS for a quick look and see what that's worth in an AU, because it looks kind of AU to me. The 31S, AU, 31D is pretty high too, honestly, in Mint State. And well, with full bands at least. Yeah, that 31D is also pretty good. 31D you'd be borderline worth it. 31S, it's honestly less valuable in the lower grades. I'd say it's honestly, you might break even if you slab them, because they're like in XF40. That 31S is like a $30 coin. It probably won't even sell for that high, and it's not gonna have full bands. I think it's got some wear on it, so it's gonna be. It's what they sell for an AU, if they sell at all. They don't sell for much. You're lucky to get $30 for it in AU. You'll spend that much just getting it slabbed. Pretty close to it. If you do go annex the route, you might make a little bit of money, but I doubt it. I think you just want to keep it like, I would just sell it raw if you're going to sell it. That's what I would do. It's too good of a. It's nice grade, but I don't think it's high enough to get. I have to look at it in person to see for sure. Anyway, back to recap. We had, out of the ones, we had 5 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs. Not a lot, few. We went through 1,000 ones, had 5 common star notes. There are the serial numbers. We had a couple, I think, with 1.28 million runs, so some other common ones. Come on, focus. There we go. A couple of other common runs here. 1.28 million. These are from the same run, I think. Yeah, they're from the same run, I believe, or the same series, definitely for sure. But a couple of fairly common ones there. So 7 total star notes in the ones out of 15. Well, out of 10 bundles, not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. Fancy ones we had, and Shannon, these are the ones you missed. You missed out on some good stuff. We had. Here's the low end stuff first. One with 4 in a row trailing zeros. Not super valuable. They typically sell for like $4 to $5 on eBay, but not the easiest kind of pattern to find. We also had a trinary, all zeros, 5s, and 6s. We had a hybrid here, 6633, 4664, a hybrid between a binary and a radar. Not bad. Now, Shannon, here's where you're going to get mad. Here's where you're going to get mad. You missed this one, Shannon. Are you watching, Shannon? You missed this one. I'm pretty sure you did not see this one. Six in a row threes. Almost a solid, dude. I had to sort some bills out because they were not faced out. And this is like laying right on top. And it's pretty crisp. It's got that floppiness to it, or lack of floppiness, as I say. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good note. That was our best. That was our best one, I think. That's better than a repeater. That's better. Or pretty close to it. With them being in a row, that's better. That's pretty scarce. Then we had another trinary with 4s, 3s, and 7s with a good pattern. 4, 3, 3, 7. Or 4, 3, 7, 7, 3, 3, 7, 7. Kind of cool. Let me copy that email back again. I'll give you the email again, Glass. Will. I'll give you the email here. Let me get this recap done, and let me get through these bills real quick. Here we have a repeater. Shannon, you might have missed that one. Not in the best shape, but it's a repeater note, 71, 72, 71, 72. Consecutive numbers. I call it like a $10 to $12 note probably because of the pattern. It's not in the best shape. Maybe $8. I don't know. $7, $8 probably minimum. With the pattern being the way it is, it might be worth a little bit more. Maybe 10 to 12. Good note. Then we have a alternating pairs, 11, 28, 28, 11. Those are kind of cool. And one more trinary here. Zeros, 4s, and 9s. Just a regular old trinary, nothing special on that one. Let me give you my email again real quick. There you go, Will. We also had some birthday notes. November 16th, 1920, and July 8th, 1960. That's more like it. I want the new ones. From the 50s and up is typically what you want. Link it. Well, I just gave it right there in the chat. Will, you might be able to just copy and paste it. You should be able to copy and paste it, honestly. The more pictures? Yeah, I saw these already. You can send me more pictures. It's a good album, though. Same ones. Okay. Back to recap. We also had some low-end air bills. I mean low-end. They're not exactly, and I might not even keep them eventually, but got one with a fairly wavy serial number. So it kind of goes up and down and up and down. A little wavy, not straight enough, but still within specifications, but not bad. Another one with a wavy serial number. None of the numbers really matching any of the rest of them. They're all a little bit off, but not too bad. And one here with a fairly faint serial number. I say lightly faint. It's not that faint, but it's definitely fainter on the right than it is on the left. Completely different color. See, I keep these. They're mainly on the 2021 FA series notes. You'll find these. Some of them are actually really faint, even more faint than this one. But all right. Will, if you just highlight the text and right click and hit copy, and then right click where you're going to copy it and paste it. Okay, now we have, and we also had two pretty crisp 1995 series notes. Not that old, but they're in good shape, so I'll pull these out. All right, so that's that. That's everything for tonight. We're almost 2.5 hours in. It's almost 10 o'clock where I'm at. That's pretty late. Hope you all had fun. You guys have anything else? How's it going, Copper Owl Coins? Thanks for joining us, man. Now we're done hunting. But so you're just joining us, I'll show you. We'll do the top 3 finds. We've got some top 3 finds, that's for sure. Top 3 finds of this hunt. Let me find them. They're definitely obvious. There we go. Okay. We'll do a top 3 of the stream. And then I'll show you all some cool stuff that I have found over the years. A lot of you have already seen it, but not everybody has. If you're new to the channel, you definitely haven't seen it because I haven't shown it very often. Thanks, Bono. It was a lot of fun. We're not done yet, though. We can still go a little longer. Shannon's gone for a Bible study, huh? That's what he's been doing this whole time. That explains a lot. Anyway, top 3 finds. Yeah, it's really close. I'll take it though. But here's our top 3 finds. If we went through Copper Owl, we went through 500 fives and 1,000 ones for a total of $3,500. And we went through $2,500 in fives and $1,000 in ones. We're actually gonna be doing another stream tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time as well. I've got 1,500 ones left to do, so we'll do another 1,500 bills again tomorrow night, same time, same place. After that, I'm going back to recorded videos. You know, my favorite. Now, if you're joining us, hit that like button. Get the stream up to 14 likes. We're at 13 now. I think that's a record already. Yeah, hit that like button. Thank you guys for joining us. Here's our top 3 of the hunt. A repeater. 71, 72, 71, 72. Alternating 7s as well. My old friend Rusty would call this an alternating skip note also, with the 7s being every other number. He used to keep these. Rusty, if you ever watch this, salute you, man. We salute you. He went out west to search for gold. Maybe I'll see him again, maybe. But a repeater note, trinary repeater, technically. No, Copper Owl, I just do live streams like once a month, honestly, like for maybe 3 a month tops. I'll do another live stream tomorrow night. I've been doing it with my currency because it's easier and a lot less. It's honestly a lot easier. It's more fun to do it on live stream because I get lucky sometimes to find some good stuff. Not always. Last month was a little bit rougher than this one. We did better this time, but it just depends. I typically just do currency live because that's more fun. Coins are not fun, so I don't do those. I spend like 3.5 hours on a bag of quarters. I'm not going to do that on a live stream. It's 3.5 hours of boredom. Yes, the coin bags are heavy. I usually go through coin machine bags more than anything. So I go through a lot of stuff. Like my last quarter video, what did I do last month? Like $5,000 in quarters. I did 2 videos last month. But yeah, the bags do tear, and it's not fun when they do. Yeah, guitar, you'd have some good stuff by then. Anyway, our bronze medal goes to this repeater. 7172, 7172. Up next is the silver medal. Second place. 6 in a row threes. Almost a solid. Very close to a solid. Dude, glass, you would not like my coin. They're boring, man. I'm just telling you. I look for varieties. I spend a lot of time looking for stuff. Sweet. Well, I'll check it out, Shannon. I have found I probably added a couple since then, Copper. I'm not sure if I found any. I haven't hunted half dollars much at all since since Tulsa of last year. Now I did 4 boxes or 5 boxes last month. I just got them done. I've got 5 more to go. The problem is I find so many varieties. I keep finding the same ones, but I still got about 20 rolls of 40%ers to go through that I haven't been through yet. That's where I'll make some headway. I've also got a bunch of half-dollar varieties, like 40% varieties that I know are for double dies, but I haven't had time to go through and attribute them yet because there's like a gajillion of them to look through. I've got more. I just haven't had time to go through and attribute them yet. I will do that eventually, though. So I've made headway, but not really. I hunted like 1 box of halves in 2025, and that was it for like the whole year. 1 box and 5 rolls. That's all I went through the entire year. I had to stop. I was like dying. I was getting too much coin at once. I had to stop. I had to take a break. But this year, I was like, dude, silver's like $100 an ounce. I got to search. Look, guys, my live streams are, the problem is I'll be looking at the chat more than at the coins. It would take me I would never get done. I've got like a quota. I've got to get stuff done, man. I have to get, I've got so much stuff. Copper, that's pretty good. That's an awesome coin. That's nice. I don't think I got one that high grade. I got a bunch though, but I don't think I have one that's a Mint State 64. I might have one in AU or two, maybe. That's a big maybe though. I might have one Mint State too. I don't think I do though. All mine come from boxes. You pull that from a Mint set? I know somebody who found one like Tulsa of year before last. Someone found one in the Mint set. I think it was somebody from Litecoin Q&A. Yeah, Shannon, I agree. We should do a collab because I go for the double dies. Shannon and I, we're really good at finding variety, so we can probably keep up with you. I hope anyway. Oh damn, Mint State 64 in a bankroll. That's not you hardly ever find them that high grade, even just the regular coins. That's a good find, dude. I actually have a quarter that want to get slabbed. It's maybe high enough grade I may slab it. I may pull it out in a minute. I didn't show it it's not on my video though. It's really, really high grade though. Anyway, let's do a quick recap again. If you're just joining us, we're having some extra people come in. Bronze medal of the stream. Primary repeater, 7172, 7172. Silver medal of the stream, 6 in a row threes. Not bad. Now, gold medal of the stream, a true binary $5 bill. This one was the gold medal bill. That was the find of the hunt. It was the first bill I pulled off the top of the bundle too. So that was fun. That was definitely an unusual find there. Yeah, hit that like button if you haven't yet. I'm going to show you this quarter, guys. Let me show you the quarter I pulled out of a coin machine bag, and let me know what you think. We'll be right back. Actually, no, I don't. I forgot to put all my albums away, so never mind. Maybe another day. I don't have that quarter in my room anymore. I don't have it on me. I'll have to show it another time. Maybe tomorrow night. But it's like a really high, it's a 98D, and it looks like it's like a 66 plus. It looks so good. But I may slab it. I haven't decided yet. I didn't film it because I had not decided anything on it yet. But we had some good finds. The problem is like with coin live streams, I don't know if I'd ever get have time to even look at this, like get done, because the problem I've got is some months I'll get like 10 grand in quarters in a month. It happened like back in November. I had $10,000 in quarters. Now I cannot live stream that much stuff because I will never finish. I've got to get those done every night. I have to do a bag a night just to have a chance. I've got to hunt 10 bags, not always in a row, but an edit video and dude, any headsets and that high grade, like high grades like that are just so cool. I love those things. They're so beautiful. Yeah, Adam's damn good too. Let me go to your channel, Copyright. Let me look you up real quick. Now, I honestly don't watch that many coin videos. I don't have time. I am so busy with my I spend most of my nights looking at a scope. I mean, that's like most of my night. I have a little bit of time to look for, to watch, the news and stuff, but most of my night is looking at a freaking microscope or bills like this. I don't have time, man. There's no way. I watch Shannon's videos. Of course, they're normally pretty short anyway. Plus, I know him personally, but that's about all I watch. I don't watch anybody. I don't have time. I just don't. Oh man. I'll tell you what, Mr. Al, I'm going to give you a sub real quick. Give you a shout out too. I have almost as many videos as you do. I'm catching up to you on videos. I just broke 700 videos like this week. Just broke it. And when I do a sub, you actually show up on the bottom of my channel. So if you go to my main page, you'll find yourself listed at the bottom of my channel. And Will, your channel's also down there, and so is yours, Shannon. I advertise for you guys, although it's not easy to find, but I gave you a sub, Copperell. Thanks for joining us, man. Now, if you're able to, you can actually advertise other channels at the bottom of your channel. I need to kind of clean mine out. I've got some old ones I don't watch anymore. I don't even do videos. But I'll let it for now. Well, thank you guys for joining. Like I said, I'm not really in any hurry to go, but the stream is, we're at over 3.5 hours now. No big hurry. We're done hunting though. That's the thing. We're done hunting. Y'all want to see some cool bills? Yeah, Shannon's like 7. I've only got 100 more videos than you, man. Only 100. Well, I've been doing this for about 2.5 years. So I've been not a long time, but long enough. I got monetized right after the Tulsa show in 2024. That's why y'all getting ads. I do set up the ads up on this because I don't make crap worth of revenue on this channel. I make like $1 a day if I'm lucky. The real money I make from this channel is finding stuff like that. That's what it's all about. I don't care about the revenue so much. Mostly about finding stuff, sharing it, teaching people, and having fun with it. It's just about having fun, and the more people watch this kind of stuff, the more popular it gets, and more fun it is, honestly. More people I see at coin shows. I mean, how often do you see a bunch of kids go to a coin show? Our coin shows are good. Like Tulsa show, that's a good show. A lot of kids show up there. Yeah, you get ads online because I do monetize my streams. If I'm going to do them, I might as well monetize them. All my videos are monetized. I want to make sure I get, at least make a little bit of money on them from all the, but it's also fun too. Keep in mind. But I used to do a video every night for like a year to get monetized. I've earned this. Trust me. I was up to like 1 a.m. editing every night for a year. I'm not doing that anymore. It's not happening. Yeah, subs are pretty good. I mean, they're not. Some weeks I don't get any. Some I do good though. I didn't see what I got today. Did I get any off the stream? Let me see if I got any off the stream. I might have gotten a couple. We'll see. Got three new ones. Nice. So definitely that could have been off something else though. But I will show you. Yeah, getting monetized is great because once you hit that threshold, you're done. Now, if y'all haven't hit that like button, hit the like on the stream. We're right up here is a lot. Right up here is showing on my screen. It says 9 viewers, 13 likes. Not. I think that's a record for likes for the stream. I think last month we had one with 10 likes, I believe. So we're doing great. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, because the problem, I don't really watch a lot of coin content because as soon as I get home, I basically eat dinner, shower, and I'm hunting, and all I see is microscope. And when I'm eating dinner, I usually watch something with my girlfriend, watch TV or something. She doesn't like coin videos, so I don't have time to watch a lot. I'll make time to watch occasionally the people I'm subscribed to, but I usually watch most of their stuff. Depends what they post. It's not like I don't watch anything. I just haven't watched a lot of it over the last year. I don't watch. I'll watch Sean once in a while on Blue Ridge to get market reports because I can sometimes get new stuff to look for on those. They're pretty good. Plus, I've met him in person, so that helps. He might know me a little bit. He's met me at least before, so. But it's a lot of fun. Y'all want to see some actually good notes now? Because I brought some in Tulsa 2024, I think. Yeah, I brought that case with me. So I had some, but I want to see some good notes, especially if you're new with us. Yeah, Shawnee just shout you out. Yeah, yeah. He's done that before. I saw him shout out somebody before, so we know he does it. All right, let's show you some cool stuff. Put this stuff back in the correct categories. All right, I stack all my stuff. I organize it all. Y'all want to see some cool bills? Yeah, I want to see some cool personal finds. If I can get my focus to work, there we go. Now, Shannon, you watch this one. Copper, you may have seen this bill. Maybe. I found it in 2023, so I brought it to Tulsa a couple years ago. Will? Oh, yeah, by the way, Will's got or Mr. Glass here has a channel as well. Let me go to my, oops, almost closed my freaking browser. That would have sucked. Mr. Glass has a Glass of the Past channel as well. He does videos about bottles and coins, old bottles, old Coke stuff, Coke memorabilia. But yeah, Blue Ridge, correct. He did Digging Dave one time. All right. Here's our first bill to show off. A lot of you have probably seen it. Some of you may not have, though. This is my lowest fancy serial number. If it'll focus. There we go. That is my best find so far, I think, in my opinion. And then number two is this one. My best radar. Actually, that is the best radar you can find. You can't beat that for a radar note. Super radar, true binary. These are my best two. A 5 somewhere. I think I still have it in a box somewhere. I probably got it in here somewhere. I'll look for it. Give me a minute. I'll look for it in a second. I got a 5 that's almost as good as these. Sorry about the glare. My lamp is on. Yeah. You know how much these cost me, guys? How much do you think his bills cost me? What's your guess? Guess what those cost me? Let me look at my 5s. I've got a really cool 5. I didn't show last time either. We got a really sweet 5. I found it on the channel. Shannon's correct. $2. Let me see if I can find that 5. That's not it. Here's a cool 5 right here. Here's a cool one. May 28th, 1863. Does that ring a bell, anybody? Well, that's right, a lot of time, but May 28th, 1863. Why is that important? What's that date? That is the original Memorial Day. This is when Abraham Lincoln ordered the 51st Regiment to be sent to the war. This is the literal beginning of this is the actual Memorial Day. This is the day he did it. May 28th, 1863 is when Lincoln sent that regiment out to fight in the war. That was the all-black regiment. That's why it's called Memorial Day. This is the Memorial Day bill with Lincoln on it. That's one of my best date notes here. My other good date notes are, here's another find. April 30th, 1803. This is the Louisiana Purchase was signed on this date. And here we have another one. April 30th, 1803. Same exact serial number. My first matching pair that I've ever found, and it's on a date note. So those are a couple of my favorites. Plus, it's on an older note too, a 99 series. I like that. So matching pairs on a date note. My only two matching pairs so far. I may have more. You never know. I got another really good one here if I can find it. Here we go. Now, y'all have not seen this one yet. I did not show this last month. Y'all have not seen this. I'm gonna kind of hide it from y'all. Okay. Nobody's seen this one yet, I think, unless you watch my channel for like the last couple of years. Here we go. 0, 0. 1, 1. 2, 2. 3. What's the last number? 3. A paired ladder, a perfect paired ladder. A little bit of writing over here on this side, but I'm okay with that. I don't care. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Those are actually rarer. Those are almost as rare as regular ladders. Because there's only so many you can fit in 8 digits. Those are extremely scarce. Somebody emailed me and told me that was like a $300 note. He might be right. Yeah, that's not so bad. That's a small. That's not so bad. It's in ink, unfortunately, but it's not bad. I'll take it. I mean, finding one with that serial number, I don't care. That's my best 5. Besides maybe the Memorial Day is pretty good too, but this is because this is perfect. No, that wouldn't hurt the value much. The grade will hurt, but it's not. It's small. It's not that much writing at all. It's not. I'm not going to slab it anyway. It's too good of a note. That's too good of a serial number. I mean, this is too good. I found that on the channel too. I believe the thumbnail was this. I was like holding it like this. So it's a good note. That's my favorite 5, except for the Memorial Day. I don't think I have anything. I've got some other good stuff too, like a lot of hundreds of stuff, but I covered that in first streams. I won't go through those in this one. I'll show y'all some cool stuff. I got some more cool stuff to show y'all if you haven't seen it already. If you went to bed last month before the stream was over, you haven't seen any of it. I'll show it at the last of the stream. Yeah, guitar, I agree. It's probably right like $300 plus. There's my second best ladder note. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A stuttered ladder. It's also pretty much brand new condition. This is my best $1 ladder note. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty cool. Honestly, I've seen notes like this sell for like $150 too, because it's so close and has 7 numbers. I've seen that sell for like $150, like very similar notes. And it's crisp. A little bit of ink smearing on it too, a little bit. That's common with these newer notes though. That's one of my best notes. I've got this one here. 3-digit low, found during a hunt before I had my channel. If you mean, well, this one is not a bookend. This is a radar note guitar. That's a radar note. It's a book. It's technically a bookends note too. Yeah, it looks like a bookends. This is like the best radar you can find though. Ones and zeros in the middle. The whole total sum is 2, which is really hard to find. And it's like that's the king of radar notes. That was found during a currency battle. I did not cheat, strangely enough. I actually did not cheat on that. My first currency battle, and I won that one for sure. But the next several I lost, I think. We got a 3-digit here. Really nice binary flipper right here. My focus will work again, please. There we go. Zeros and nines. I wish that last 9 had been a 0, be a binary flipper radar. A multiple of 6 sevens, maybe. If you get a 6-7 super repeater and it's graded as 67, that'd be worth a lot of money. Or 69 bill graded like PPQ 69, mine would be worth more. There's 6 of a kind 2s. My focus to work again here. Come on, baby. There we go. Well, maybe. I'll just go closer. That's easier. 6 of a kind 2s. 4 pairs. 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, 2, 5, 5. Here's another one. 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 7, 7. 4 pairs as well. Back of this one's got a repeater. 5, 1, 7, 2, 5, 1, 7, 2. That one might have been found on the channel. I can't remember. You mean the Copperall? You mean the duplicate serial numbers on the 2013 Bs? Yes, I have lots of those. Almost, I think I have 90 or more of those. Some of which I bought, but most of them I found. Here we have another one. Radar note 1528 8251. Radar on the front and radar on the back 4458 8544. Here we have another radar 1302 2031 on an older 2009 series note with a fairly high suffix there. On the back, there is another radar. This is actually cooler. 4231 1324. Almost a descending and ascending ladder. Almost. Damn close. It's also crisp. We've got a binary here. 1s and 3s. Really good eye appeal on that one. Speaking of 1s and 3s, we have 13 likes. Can we get 14 likes? 15? Maybe. There's a trashed binary with 0s and 5s, but it's a binary, so I kept it anyway. I don't care so much about the trashiness. Here's another nice binary. 0s and 8s. On the back, this is actually a binary bookends note with 5 in a row 7s. You got 2 7, then you have 4 7s and 2 7 at the end. So 6 of a kind 7s. It's also a binary with bookends. Kind of a cool note. So let's go through the whole stack here. We got a few more bills to go through. A lot of these, I don't think I even showed these last time. 3s, 6s, and 5s in a row. Not bad. Binary with 6s and 5s. Not bad either. Here is a note with 6 of a kind 7s. And 5 in a row 3s. Here's a ladder note. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. Not bad. And a descending ladder. Well, yeah, not a descending ladder, but just trinary with all the numbers in a row. 5 9s in a row on this one. Almost a ladder, but not quite. Wrong order. Here we've got 3 6s and 3 1s on a trinary. Not too fancy, but something. And 5 of a kind 5s. Here we've got a 4-digit low. Not too impressive, but not bad. Another one. Pretty rough shape, but whatever. There's a nice star note with 5 in a row ones. On the back, there is trinary with 8s and 9s. I kind of call these a full house, you know, because you got 3 of one, and then like if you're playing 7 cards poker, like a full house is kind of what I call it. Those are hard to find. Those are not easy. We've got a high serial number, 9599, and then the rest almost it's like a 4-digit high serial number. Doyle Brunson. We have 6622, 6633. Now, Copper, do you consider those flippers? I don't count the 8s. I mean, a lot of people do. I don't. They'll be all, yeah. If that last 9 was that'd be pretty. Yeah, if the last 6 was an 8, that'd be awesome. Even if the last 9 was an 8, but it's still pretty cool. It'd be kind of like a flipper that reads the same backwards and forward, like upside down. Here's a good one. 7 and zeros, binary, good number pattern. Another ladder, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. It's also crisp. Next, we've got 6 of a kind 7s again, a lucky note. That 9 ruined it. Almost 7 of a kind 7s. I mean, it's so cool. And a repeater, 6648, 6648. And here we have an actual bookends note. This is a true bookends. 5-1, 4-8, 5-1. Numbers in the middle are the same. You have actual 2-digit bookends at the end. That's definitely a bookends note. On the back, you have a binary with 2s and 4s. Still a cool note, dude. Still a good trinary. I mean, very minimal trinary. You get a lot more close calls than you do good notes or good ones. This one, did it have tape on it? Yeah, it's got tape on it. Well, it's not even torn. This one made me mad because it had tape on it, but I'll have to get it off sometime. But it's a really nice binary with a good pattern. 7337, 3737, and it's in pretty good shape. Not terrible. And we have a 1978 dual date repeater note. That's a good one. So if you were born in 1978 and so was your wife or husband or whoever, that's a good note. I was born in 79. Not lucky enough for me. Here we have 6 in a row ones, almost 7 in a row, just 3 numbers away. And a really nice binary with 2s and 8s. Here we have 6 of a kind 4s, trinary, and 6 of a kind 6s, also a trinary, with triples in a row on the ends. That's pretty good. Another repeater, 7849, 7849, common 4-digit repeater, nothing too fancy there. Another one, 7583, 7583. Here's a good one. A true trinary radar. How often do you see those? A little damage here at the bottom left, but not too bad. 1220, 0221. That's a good note. And another radar, 1061, 1601. And the last 2 bills coming up. 0s and 9s, binary flipper. Now it's 0s and 6s. So binary flipper and 6 of a kind 6s again. Almost a repeater. That 2 ruined it. Well, that's it. There's our show and tell for the night. We're right at 3 hours on the stream, the longest stream ever. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe. If you haven't done so, we're gonna get out of here. We got to get out of here. It's like 10:30. Here's what we found. Last of the recap, real fast. Third place find for the last time. A repeater note, 7172, 7172. Trinary repeater for the bronze medal. Silver medal, 6 in a row threes. That's a great note. Gold medal, true binary $5 bill. I'll love it. That was the find of the hunt right there. So we did really well. We'll do another stream tomorrow night. Plan to do it around 7:30 p.m. And we'll see what happens at that point. But those are our best finds. Yeah, copper. I don't call it a flipper because the ace is not symmetrical. It's because it's not symmetrical. That's right. It's time to let's get out of here. We're 3 hours and 1 minute in now. It's a good stream, great finds, a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining me. Like I said, we'll do another one tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll do as well tomorrow as we did today. I don't know. That's going to be hard to beat. That is a really hard bill to beat right there. I mean, those are $50 minimum piece, especially on a 5, probably even a little bit more. But we did well. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the likes and the subscriptions and the views and the spending the time with me. It was fun. Now, let's call it into the stream. I'll see you all next time. Take care.